Like an earthquake, grid lights holding their breath. I taste rubber, I smell death. Joker flags painted on the wall, but in this lobby we don't laugh at all. Viking King, start your engines. Jokers racing iron knives, sim racers at the edge of heaven, pushing way past what we deserve. Lightning strikes on every corner. Feel the fury, feel the roar. Viking King gaming. No jokes allowed in this war. Ghost car, right at my side. Pixel armor still feels like pride. Gran Turismo written in my eyes. Every apex cut like a battle cry. Leaderboards carved like runes in stone. I want my name on that throne. Viking King, start your engines. Jokers racing iron knives, sim racers at the edge of heaven, pushing way past what we deserve. Lightning strikes on every corner. Feel the fury, feel the roar. Viking King gaming. No jokes allowed in this war. Raise your banners, raise your frame. One more lap decides your name. Steel and pixels, blood and code. War cries echo.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Good to see you. Good to see ya. This is already kicking off, so we about to start off real quick. Yeah. More is off. I've shaved more off. Good to see you guys. I'll talk to you guys as you come in, but we are getting ready for event number 9 of the Joker series. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully everything is good to go. We got Sal. Let me see if I can hear.
That makes I'm a happy camper.
We'll make it so we can hear this. Hopefully.
There we go. I got the echo off.
Let me
I got the echo. I had the
interact
monitor
with
on, so it's
this.
coming through twice. I hope everybody else can
It
still hear
should
it,
be, the volume should be
but
working.
technical difficulties all the time, but here we are once again at the Joker series. For those
But
that
we
haven't
should
been
be
here
able
before,
to
let me give
hear
a brief
Sal.
explanation of what we do here. We've got a couple of splits that we're going to run,
I
some
don't know why we
exhibition
can't hear
splits today,
Sal.
just for fun.
Maybe I just can't hear
We're
Sal.
doing
You
Joker
guys,
laps.
that's
Hence
probably
the name
what it
Joker
is.
series. So there's the little
I can't
extra
hear
section
Sal.
of track
You guys can.
that the drivers are
If I
all
were to
aware of
turn
that they
this
have
on.
to take. This
No,
month there's going
I
to be
can
just
hear
one
Sal.
Joker lap that they have to take, but it just
So
adds
let's
a little
listen
bit
to
of
what he's got to
strategy
say.
how the race pans out. You know, not
I'll
only are
let
there
you
pit
guys
stops,
listen
they have
to
the
him.
time when they're going to do their Joker lap
Cool,
and
cool.
whether they can
All
get
right,
it
so
done.
you guys got sound. I don't have that sound because my
that's what we're all
headphones aren't
about here at the
working
Joker
for some
series.
weird
It's a-
way. I
It's a
don't know
good
what the heck's
time.
going on.
One
But
thing I will mention is
either
that
way,
we are
it's good to see you
sponsored
guys.
by
Good to back beyond.
4D
We
Racewear.
got the motion going. I need to get my boots on. Oh man, oh yeah, it's my birthday week. Turning 38. 38 years old. Anybody else got birthdays in April?
40racewear.com and check out the original.
Pardon my
racing
lack
gloves
of
for
initial
your feet.
enthusiasm. It will rise.
Thank you, Tati.
But,
Right, next, let's go over the
this
lobby
thing
settings
was
for
ticking
today.
me off.
TKs, could you take us through them?
What's up, Wayne?
Absolutely. We are at the lovely Grand Valley Highway 1,
It was
the
ticking
traditional
me off.
layout, except for we will have a Joker lap. 14
Something
laps,
to drink
one
real quick.
Joker must be done, cannot be done on the first lap, or
Let you
an
guys
out lap, or the final lap.
listen. So,
Tires are at 3 times tire wear, racing mediums required, but the other tires are available. Fuel burn is at 3 times, and refuel rate is at 2 liters per second. And the damage is set to light. The cars that these drivers will be driving, as you can see there in the background, lights flashing. We have the safety cars. A very underused category in Gran Turismo, if you ask me. Unless you go into those fun role-playing cops and robbers lobbies late at night, those are pretty fun as well. But you have the Mercedes AMG, you have the BMW M4, the Dodge Charger, and the Nissan GTR, all safety car versions on the racing medium tires.
Yeah, you got that right, TK. I don't think I've ever seen a race with people using these other than when my kids run those like cops and robbers scenarios, which is kind of where this race is inspired from, is watching them go and do that. They have so much fun. They don't like doing daily races or sport mode, but they do like going into lobbies and enforcing the speed limit. I don't get it, but we're not enforcing the speed limit here. We're going as fast as possible. But that's the deal. So that's going to bring us to the keys to this race. What is it that's going to make people successful at this particular track with this particular
appreciate you,
combo?
Moto.
The first one to talk about is just the drivers need to manage their tires. These are heavier road cars. There are some fast corners along with some slow hairpins.
All
and
right.
they can
So I'm
eat
going to
the
try to
tires
listen
up.
to this.
So,
Watch you
you know,
guys.
one of the keys to the good race is just getting those tires managed.
I'm trying to
making
do
them
all
last
these
as
things
long
at
as
the same
possible.
time. How am I hearing myself?
Indeed. And another one, I had to change my wording on this one, but the difference between the cars, I was going to say know your car, but in racing against other people, all these cars have different lines, different braking points. Some can go flat out, some have to lift, some have to brake heavy. So understanding what your competitors are doing around you is definitely going to be a key to this race.
Interesting.
The third key is to minimize the penalties. So to make the racing work, the penalties are on, and that includes wall penalties. So drivers will need to be competent and know where they can place those tires and know exactly the width and length of their car. These races are
That's
usually
weird.
pretty tight, and we've seen penalties change a lot over the course of a few
I'm gonna
seconds.
disconnect from Bluetooth there. It was like
Indeed.
listening to everything.
That was
I don't know.
another one. I mean, I had a lobby open all day today. I was doing work around the house and whatnot, and which is hopping in, running a few laps, trying out the different cars.
So
and
you
it
guys
was,
can hear me. What's up,
penalties
Moto?
were getting
You couldn't
me,
hear
both
me,
wall
right?
and track limits.
Yep. Yeah, normally I try to keep the wall penalties off, but at this particular track,
That quality time's
you
on.
saw where the Joker lap is, it's basically at that hairpin. And there's a wall right there. So if you don't have the wall penalties on, people could just go
Oh, it's 'cause I'm
barreling into the
listening to my
Joker,
own
hit the
stream.
wall to stop, and then keep
wanna
going,
watch
and we don't
this
want to do
stream.
that. So the wall pens are on really for
That's
that
funny.
purpose, and
All right.
unfortunately, it is going to make
Now
it so
I can
that
hear his stream.
I have a feeling we're going to see a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
watch
penalties
that.
today, but we'll see.
And then
You know, some of these drivers,
I want
or
to be here
some of
with
these
you
drivers,
guys.
all these drivers are really good at what they do, and if they put in the practice,
I'm not good at this
they
this
can keep their
streaming
car under
stuff, man.
control. It is really easy to lose the rear end in at least a
I
couple of
just
these
do it for
cars.
fun.
So
I got like a birthday gift.
we'll see how they
It's
do.
my birthday this week.
With that
I
being
got a
said,
birthday
I'm
gift
going to
just
go
now.
into the lobby, make sure the drivers are all ready. So I'm going to
All
say
right.
ta-ta. I will be back at the end of the broadcast
So,
when we reveal
In case y'all don't
next
know,
month's combo. So everybody will definitely want to stick around for that. But yeah, I leave it in your guys' capable hands. TK's, Tati, you guys take it away. We'll see you later.
all right,
All right.
I'm gonna buckle
Thanks,
up.
Sal.
Why am I saying
Tati,
you guys? Only Sal's leaving.
have you tried the cops and traffic cop racing that goes on at Tokyo Expressway?
I didn't understand.
All right.
Jumped in the lobby
See
immediately,
what
was like,
happens.
what? And then left. So let's
See what happens. I've been practicing for this for a little bit.
it. I could see it being
All
fun,
right,
and
let's
I
go.
could see myself doing it with friends when I was younger, for sure.
Yeah.
All
Now
right,
I
so
have
we
a
are
need for
we're at
that
Grand
racing,
Valley.
You know, but
I got my
you
AMG
know, if you
here.
have those skills, you could, and you evade the cops.
Come out with the
you
softs.
it
I
didn't
think I can
I
do.
mean, we all.
try it.
You maybe
think
played
my
driver on the
strategy is gonna
PlayStation
be
there back in the day.
Yeah,
Have to
probably
complete
6
the
on
the
softs,
driving
8
test to get
mediums.
out of the parking garage. What a good game. What a good
The guys are hitting 53s.
Yeah, I had to have somebody explain it to me.
Shaggy's
I was
hitting
streaming and I was
53s,
just
damn.
looking at lobbies and I hopped in one and I was like, what's going on? And thankfully there was a youth in there in the chat and they were
Shaggy
able
hitting
to
53 is a big deal.
explain it to me. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I've done.
I
a
haven't
couple
had
of them,
any
but
competition,
These cars
though.
are interesting.
So
They are technically road
let's
cars.
hopefully everything's
We're on
working.
the racing tires,
Jeez.
which
All right, we're gonna
and
start
some
it off
felt
with a
just
bang.
fine, and others felt kind of crazy.
Shaggy's hitting
On this track,
5.3.
it is crazy. All the elevation change, you know, coupled with like kind of sweeping corners. That suspension is gonna be working overtime. It's gonna be a lot bouncy. If you heard the DGDR podcast, you know that I just bought a
All right. So I like the AMG
That yeah,
thus far.
absolutely. That's
think the Hellcat
congratulations.
is
I have
Quickest on
30
the straight,
minutes.
but
I
just
have
eats
30
up
minutes
tires.
left of
I
that.
don't
No,
think
it-
anybody
I dated a
who's in a
girl and
Hellcat is
her
gonna
dad
finish the
was a
race
Ford
without
mechanic.
pitting
He had
twice.
this sick, fully restored 80s Crown Vic and dark
What's
dark
up, Rube?
blue, and it was so cool.
How you doing, brother?
I was like, man, that's a good
One of my
time.
favorite cars I've ever had.
Hopefully those guys aren't too loud. Let me know if the volumes are right.
White station
If I have
wagon,
to turn them up, turn me up,
Mm-hmm.
paneling,
etc.
but the old man my dad bought it off of optioned it for
Of course.
This is gonna be a serious
That's so
pit
Yes,
strat
mind you, the year.
race.
So
Like
obviously a year for excellence all around.
I've tried a
you know
few
what I mean?
different
Amazing.
So
I did hit
I'm
the
like,
no
I don't
pit,
know, 12 or 13 when my dad buys this car.
but
It's so
major
clean. It's
fuel
got, like,
save, and I probably lost 4 seconds a lap.
the nice
on
front
average.
seats in the back, and
So
then
not worth it, I don't think,
That's awesome.
to go no pit.
nasty.
I think the M4 could no pit.
That's
It's time to say
fantastic.
it's time.
Probably easier
It's
than
almost
anybody.
time. They're about to get started. So there is one car allowed here that falls into that category of what you're talking about, and that is the Charger SRT Hellcat. Maybe a bit more power, but I'm sure 15, 16-year-old Tati, it was all the power needed.
And you gotta
for
be,
sure.
I mean, you have to be extremely focused. I don't even know where the Joker lap is. That's the other
And you're
thing.
like,
that's
like
I haven't
3
practiced or
laps.
seen anybody do
Like,
this, so
why
I
are
don't
we
know
still
exactly where
going?
the Joker
Bad,
lap
so I was
is.
doing 3, I'm doing 90. I'm doing 90 in the dark. You
In
know?
the dark. Yeah. My dad had a Volvo C70 or S70 turbo. And so it had a
Hello from
surprising amount of
Dubai.
power. You know, it was a
Wow,
sleeper
that's crazy.
right there.
Worldwide.
That was always fun whenever I got my dad's car. and I
Worldwide.
could beat everybody off the line. It was like, yay, I win.
Toyota Previa.
I can't reach my
Oh,
little
yeah.
That one was also
thing.
fun, because it was stupid. I was like, why am I hearing supercharger whine? I don't
All right.
know. You know, why are
This
you
makes
doing
no
this?
sense.
But then I was like, no, this is
Shaggy's
And
running
I
153s.
think we're about to see a weird sight here
I can hit
because typically
153s,
you
but
only
to
see
see
one
somebody
set
else
of
doing
flashing
it's
lights on a
confirming.
racetrack leading cars around. We're about to see a
I thought I was
load
gonna see
of flashing
152s.
lights. I saw Shaggy in chat saying this race was blinding, and I can agree. I was racing against VKG earlier today, and following closely was very distracting. As we see with million vertices, they sound smart. Do you think they're smart? And then we have Shaggy Doo in the police mobile. S-to-C further ahead. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. What is he driving?
that's the SLS. Oh, sorry.
What? The
I was
heck?
trying to see his livery there,
See
but
what I mean? I
it's
don't
hard
even
to
know
tell.
what that was.
And then,
Situation. Oh, there's that suspension.
Speaking
There's
of-
that body roll. That
Uh-huh.
weight transfer.
VKG, and then Metal. This car's impossible. I can't wait to see how Metal fares here. Oh, And then Nasty in the booty sweat.
The brakes are gonna have to get better here.
So interesting. Mostly AMGs out there. One Charger.
is
Everybody else in the AMG.
starting
There's those
soon.
penalties you were talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean eventually you're gonna get there. You're gonna get to a direct drive eventually. If you don't get direct drive initially, you're just gonna wish you did. And for the gap, like for the gap between like a G923 and a DD Pro, that $200-300, it's not worth skipping out on what you could be feeling.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna have to focus here. We're gonna have to focus.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because typically at a night race you just brighten everything, but if you brighten everything, you're just making it even harder to see. So maybe they're potentially darkening it because there's still a glimpse of sun over the horizon. I don't know. That's interesting because I know for a fact I've heard people talk in practice, especially for NRL, about adjusting their screen settings for the time of day. But yeah,
Be
that's a
very
great
careful
point.
on the throttle, on the brakes.
Yeah, if you have the button mapped, but most people have it on auto brights.
Yes.
So if you have it on auto brights, I don't think there's anything you can do.
Okay, got it. The only reason I say that is because I just want to point out how diabolical.
I mean, so I'm running 20 Newton meters and probably use about 13 of it.
It's part of the challenge, right? So I like that.
You know, I think 8 works just fine for pretty much everybody, but if you want to get real, like if you want to get really into it, go a little bit higher. It's direct drive. I mean, once you have direct drive and you're feeling
it's crazy, and to bring up
the
my
feedback,
point of,
like
you know,
it's a matter
know
of
the
how
difference
much you want to
between the
fight with the
cars is
wheel. Like you don't need
most
all
of
that
these drivers
feedback.
are in the AMG right now, but
Most
we do have
people do
one in
not,
the Charger. All these cars have different braking
utilize
points, and
20
I was in the
Newton meters of
GTR
force.
racing against BKG, so we're going to get our first lap time here across the line. S&C on pole with the 153.857.
S&C's at a 153.
But it was I would brake so much later and be able to get the inside on the turn, and he would take it was so hard to pass, and especially coming into turn one, really difficult.
Yeah, well,
That sucks. I think in the AMG though, starting on mediums.
Second lap, he is on controller, which is a little more difficult.
I don't know.
Tire wear, but none of these cars were. Or it's more this track is not kind on the tires. We're talking about it on the Dumb Guys Do Racing
So I can do
podcast.
8 laps.
Just
mediums.
haven't really taken the time to
then go
find the
into
flow.
softs.
I wasn't familiar with the older Grand Valleys because I missed a lot of the middle Gran Turismo and could barely remember the original. But I love this track, and I found its flow early on, and I think it's
Appreciate
a
it,
fun
Ru.
one, and it is
LVP,
not kind
appreciate
to the
you.
tires at all.
Like I said, hopefully all the volumes are good.
And you know what? I've had fun on the various layouts of this track, especially some of the shorter ones, like streetcar type stuff. You just kind of pick it up as you're driving it, find the right lines. So the ability to love this track is definitely there.
I think S2C, Shaggy, they're gonna run away with it. They're absolutely gonna run away with it.
Dude, yes, you
Their
do.
pace is so fast. I'm gonna try to get on the podium though. Jeez.
Yeah, and it is gorgeous. It is one of the first thing I did when I got VR was drive here and open you a car and go
There's only
sit
6 guys.
watch the sunset. I've been fortunate enough to drive on this road, not this far south, but
I'm mad that
know
I'm
how fun it
wasting
is
my
in real life
AMG
when you're in a
on
Toyota
this one.
Corolla rental. Right?
Yeah, like sunset situations,
It would be fabulous. You need to get yourself a PlayStation.
Yes, do you love the movie cars? Like
Oh, absolutely I do.
Okay, so we're gonna recreate basically.
Behind the Wheel Sim Racers podcast.
Do I get to be in the Porsche?
Viking King
Okay.
Gaming. The king is here. The king is here. The king is here. Behind the wheel, we ride. Sim racers worldwide. From Papa's house of game to the late night stream, we live that talking tire life. Say the king is here. The king is here. Crowd go crazy when we appear. From the grid to the pit to the checkered flag behind the wheel. That's the team this year. Yeah, Papa's house a game. That's family. Greasy Sand Squash slide so savagely. Hawkston GT, hold that line, every beat locked in. Chasing time, grim and erratic. Chaos magic. Marley Dazel, smoke so tragic. McNaughty laughing, cutting through traffic. Jackie in the draft, that pull is massive. Let pencil, shot with the lap plan. Poople Juku smooth like a backhand. Z28, that pace, that drag. That your GT calm with a storm in the bag. Rory Alexander, race they talk. NTQ, want that quality walk. You 2D, 2 steps ahead. Digit edge, cut close to the reds. Behind the wheel, we ride. Sim racers worldwide. From Papa's house of game to the late night stream, we live that talking tire life. Say the king is here. The king is here. Crowd go crazy when we appear. From the grid to the pit to the checkered flag behind the
I
wheel.
have no idea where the Joker
That's
left
the
is.
team this year.
What's up,
Cyrus
Rez?
steady, never lose focus. Salmon snake strike fast. Hocus, scale GT, bare bones on the apex. PDB buzz round 0 recess.
You're not gonna do it, but even
Oh.
if you could do it, the fuel's
gonna be
not
stressful.
Get you the whole race. So at some point, you're gonna have to pit. We have an all-wheel drive car,
Surrey
a
Race
relatively
Summer.
light rear-wheel drive car in the M4.
It'll
Slightly
definitely help,
heavier than
man.
that, we have the AMG, which is
Sim
also
racing
rear-wheel drive,
seems
and
to
we have the
be
Hellcat,
the
which is
gateway
just
to
ginormous. And
real racing.
very, very heavy, but has all the power. 707 horsepower, so much more than the rest. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, this is gonna
I
be.
did a bit of testing.
What I decide?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
more like
Racing soft. Might as well go soft and then finish medium.
if you're in the Challenger, you're in the Hellcat, you are not speedy on track. You stay at the bottom of RPM, use that torque, come out in the hards, and then pit in for a mediums thing just to be sure.
Interesting, all the strategy.
You pit for a lot less time, but you also save fuel. I don't know. What do you try to do?
Yeah, that's interesting because fuel is at 2 liters a
Here we go.
second. And I found the tire wear was difficult, but I'm not strategic enough to be able to do that.
Here we
I
go.
just found out how many laps I could go, and that was about as much thought as I put into it. And that's why I'm here in the booth and not out there on the track. But I do believe we are about to get underway.
All right.
Here we are.
It's gonna be trying to keep up with these guys.
Amazing stuff. Look at those lights flashing. Here, grid start, ball start check. 14 laps, mediums required, 1 joker lap required. Now T1 as we go, isn't so bad at the start of the races. Once you're carrying all that speed, you can see some drivers in the background going side by side. Looks like SSC gets a great launch, keeping it tight on the inside. You can see further back, Metal making a move up into P4, and he's going to use all the power. Now this is where it gets tricky. All these AMGs are going to be on the same line, lifting where they need to lift, no brake, just carrying the speed. Might be a bit different for Metal in the background. Let's see if any dust gets kicked up. No, it doesn't. He's able to maintain that before. As we go into the hairpin, you can see the back end stepping out of SSC. these cars, if you don't get them slowed down on these racing tires before you start turning, the back is prone to stepping out. What are your thoughts as we finish that first sector here, Tati?
There's a need for most of these drivers here, and then, yeah, Metal made his way up to fourth place. I think now that we're in the really twisty bits of the track, though, he is absolutely going to suffer. There is that long
Gosh, they're quick.
straight, but he has to keep up with these cars to actually make something happen. Versus 1.5 seconds. I wonder how that happened this big.
That sounds like a wall pen with a 1.5. Yeah, it can be brutal.
Shaggy and SSC are quick, man.
I'm gonna scan through the field here real quick and tell you what everybody's on. So SSC is on the racing mediums, and we have Shaggy just behind on the racing mediums.
They're on
BKG
mediums?
in P3 is on the softs, just behind Shaggy, and then a bit of a gap between BKG and Metal. Metal being on the mediums.
I thought they were
Nasty on
gonna go
the
softs.
mediums, and
They're still faster than me.
Vertices on the mediums as well. So only one soft runner out here. So BKG, who
It's all right.
was in my lobby a lot today, doing a lot of testing and all
It's all
the
right.
cars. I think that testing's going to pay off. What are your thoughts on that strategy?
I mean, we'll see. BKG is the softs.
No, he's in a wheel with a full rig, motion sensor, everything.
Oh,
He's got the whole kit caboodle.
Not at all, man. I guess so. Just going for pure speed, I suppose. Here, he's sort of keeping up with Shaggy and STC, but they are running away. You can see that they were all in the same ring. Clearly not making it. Almost lost the back end there. Trying and a nice little hop getting into the Joker lap there. I think that's our first Joker lap.
Yes, it is.
What you call it?
Oh, it was cute. It was a cute angle.
I
So
still
you
don't
can
know what
see
the
there,
Joker
like,
lap
they-
is, and I
really,
can't believe
that's
they're
a
smoking me.
crazy turn to make. When I first tried it, I just went straight into the wall. I was like, how are you supposed to do that? But you can see how unstable the car got under braking when the wheels turned. So that really makes T1 super, super tricky as we see
I'm
Shaggy
just trying to
is
push on the
applying
softs.
all kinds of pressure to the back of SSC. Shaggy looking good. He also plays on automatic, which we know does affect your consumption. So interesting to see that raw speed come out there, Ted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cannot keep up.
I know automatic will shift as far down as you want to, which is safe. But it also won't short shift for you if you need to. So you can remain safe very easy. It is an interesting problem.
Dude, they're flying.
Yeah, and it's also a comfort level. Like, obviously, do what works for you. Into turn one, do they get it slowed down? Oh my goodness, and you can see Shaggy just running a bit wide. SSC able to keep it tight there. Kicking that cone that was picked up by a million vertices when they took their Joker lap. Marks the tire right there on PG. And Metal now taking his Joker lap. Can he get that Dodge Charger turned around? Holy cow.
I was watching the Joker
well
lap.
played there by Metal. Joker lap done.
You know what? A nice little kick in the rear there, some power oversteer to get it pointed in the right direction. That shows a little gumption, skill there.
Indeed. Metal, great guy to race with. We've had our fair share of contact, but we've always had a good time. Always enjoy racing with Metal. And all these guys, this is fun. I do enjoy.
It's gonna suck because they're all gonna be hunting me
almost
down.
always all people that I race with on a regular basis. So, always good to see them out there competing. BKG not able to make those softs really work for him. I'm a bit surprised. He did put down a 154.621 on lap 2, but Shaggy on the racing mediums was able to put down a 153.516.
That's crazy.
The tire advantage doesn't really seem to be there, Chad.
No, it's not. And I wonder if maybe they did that because there's a pace issue or they perceive a pace issue. Maybe it's just accidental, right? But it's not working out. You've got the softest tire that you have to make it sooner. Maybe some time for the course of 14 laps here.
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, in this car in particular, the soft medium strat can work. He would be finishing on the slower tire. Maybe he was thinking that he was in the top 3. Better go ahead and try to take advantage, but clearly unmatched as we see Shaggy again trying that outside line, not playing out for him. And a big old hop there over the cone. Oh, I love GG7 physics. We saw a bunch of this at NRL as Nasty. Oh, the booty sweat is into the wall. 1.5 second penalty. I wonder what happened here.
Well, you know what? That was a lot of oversteer. That rear end was not there. Do you think?
I think so. And did it look like Metal also took a second? Yeah, Metal doing a second. Maybe he felt like his first one didn't count. Not exactly sure what was going on there, but yeah, tough one for Nasty. We will need a rule clarification. Does that count as
Not doing the
Nasty's
greatest.
joker lap?
He had the blinker on, so I think it's a yes, actually.
All right. Very nicely done. And I was curious if that was going to happen, if people were going to crash going into the Joker. Because
What's up, Blank? Appreciate you.
It is.
It's really tough corners. Like, it's so. I see it that you're going as fast as this car has, right? You're off the long straight, and there is a slight left, right? Which you have to start braking while you're in that turn. It is downhill, so you're braking, which dives, you know, it working dives to the front end, and then it's downhill, which takes a little bit more weight off that rear end. You gotta really like brake, like really can't let the car
I'm getting smoked.
Or have that wheel pointed at me. It's a tight line. I did it once. You have the car just in the right spot. As you see Shaggy having the wheel turned ever so slightly under braking, losing control there, but able to gain it as Ecstasy takes the Joker lap, allowing Shaggy to up into the lead. Interesting stuff. So Shaggy will still need to take that Joker, as we do have a new leader. You can see that has put a 2.2 second gap between Shaggy and Ecstasy.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge gap between those two. 3.7 between SC and BKG, but yeah, these two are
Yeah, BKG's doing a good job on his tire wear, especially compared to Shaggy. They roughly have the same tire wear, with SC up ahead having slightly better. So BKG's making these softs last. I think he might get away with this one stopper, and potentially, if I take a look at fuel, no, he has roughly the same amount of fuel. I was kind of hoping he was fuel saving. But further back, Metal, who has done 2 Joker laps and is in the Charger, his tires are not making reach.
Come on.
Who'd have
I'm
thought?
alright. I'm
Well,
alright.
he's got all that police equipment that these other guys don't have, right? He's got that bull bar up front, he's got every set of wheels and lights, you know, that big old chunky Panasonic laptop in there with the brackets. I mean,
Oh, he goes deep.
oof.
To see, yep, all
little
that
bit of
weight,
lady
all that
luck.
weight definitely affecting.
Shotgun.
But I mean, I could beat Shaggy doing SSC. Anyways.
He's full on the brakes and just can't get it slowed down, and then you're off into the.
I don't know.
turn.
I've
The
never
only
beaten
thing,
either one of them. I
making
don't
it
think.
better is that beautiful sunset. Yeah, that's a really great point, Tati, because this might be the ultimate strategy for Metal. We're doing 3 races, and clearly everybody's liking this AMG. Metal's just getting the Charger out of the way because the drivers do have to use a different car each race. So if they're planning on racing again, they're going to have to change it up.
And their first race is likely to be their worst race, so get the first car out of the way to get better and better at
That's a good strategy there by Metal. Indeed, I'm curious to see what the final race holds if all of these drivers can do all 3 and see what they want to end on. It's I mean, they were all competitive and fun options. I enjoyed some more than the others. Interesting. Have you driven any of these cars like outside of Joker series at all?
Way back in Gran Turismo Sport, I don't think I've driven
Come on.
any of the
Ah,
7, which
not easy.
it was kind of cool. I remember we would get them from time to time in the gift, not the
Yes.
something like that, right? Like, and when they kept supporting it, we'd get new paint chips and new stuff, and it kind of died off in the unfortunately. But getting new safety cars was so cool. It was like just this different TV version that I haven't
Yeah.
question for you, since you did drive this car and others, talk about getting rid of the worst part.
I should have went with the M4 or the GTR to start, but I didn't.
I preferred the GTR, I think, once I got the hang of the understeer. But I felt like the AMG was the most competitive. It was easier to control than both the M4 and the Charger. It was fine on tires. The M4 was way underpowered in the back end, stepped out a lot, and the Charger, to me, was just insane. So, I mean, if these drivers can wrangle that Charger, it does have the most power. So this has a huge, long straight, well, kind of straight. I guess that's how you describe me. And then they go just full out down. I lost the back end coming out of the tunnel at the pit entrance, like on throttle. So if they can wrangle it, I think, I mean, it could be the one to do. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Shaggy is putting on a clinic here in the AMG, so you might be right. It's really worth the one. With that terrible tire on the front left, you see him just balancing out the throttle and brakes with his partners. And that gets me to 25 gap.
They are smoking me.
There used to be. Well, and also Ecstasy did do his Joker. Shaggy has yet, and his tires are running out. I'm curious if he pits first or does the Joker first. I think this will be the lap to decide. I think if he doesn't Joker this lap, he'll come in for the pits next lap.
Honestly, I would not run the Joker on that right median. On that front left, rather. That front left. Yeah, there you go. It's a very tight left-hander, right-hander, and that tire is
I'll take first just for the moment.
And interestingly, BKG on the softs able to get an extra lap, though he wasn't running the lap times that his competitors were. He is going to get one extra lap on that softer compound if we put it together.
That's
there.
Yeah, we'll see if the overcut works for him there. I mean, he wasn't getting 30 laps. He's just kind of pace and guess, and maybe he'll come out in favorable conditions there. Was that graphic new? The new leader graphic?
It's not new. It's just not always remembered to be used.
What do you mean? Sal is
Things are
perfect.
going on.
Sal remembers every prompt and everything, but I guess he also don't catch everything.
Exactly. And then also us as commentators forget to say anything as well. It was interesting. Ecstasy able to come out of the pits ahead of Shaggy because of fuel. So Shaggy being on control or on automatic definitely played to the disadvantage there and allowed Ecstasy to lead.
I wonder how long
With the refuel. But Shaggy do
I can
also
hang on.
picking up a half-second penalty there, coming down the S's into the hairpin. Unfortunate to see.
And now up 1.5 for Ecstasy. It's half of the wall. And you can tell he's a little loose there. Like,
Dang, I guess I went into the wall.
loose tires. But I was gonna say both of these drivers got so early, kind of in the same spot. And we'll see if this will happen.
Indeed, and I mean, I think it's just cold mediums. That there's not a lot of sun out there. The track temps are high. Is BKG staying out again? So BKG is gonna have a long pit because of fuel. but all the other drivers are doing medium. So BKG doing a long stint on these softs. His lap times aren't terrible, for sure, but they're not up there with S2C and Shaggy do. So Nasty stays out as well.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just
I think
racing.
a lot of drivers play it by how it feels, as we see. Oh, I thought we were going to see Shaggy take the Joker, but no, he gets it slowed down just barely. But I think BKG's in a flow. His lap times are consistent and just going to stay out there. And Nasty must be feeling the same way.
Yeah, and also, ironically, these cars might actually be surprised with the tire wear, because if the tire has more slip, you get less volume.
Especially going into turn one. I think the tight twisty bits are going to be where they suffer. That's where they just really need the grip. It's not about applying the brake pressure. It's more about dancing on the throttle. But into those more difficult turns, I think for sure that's going to be a great advantage.
You know what? That's really part of the fun of driving street cars, because my philosophy is, okay, my goal is to disturb this car as little as possible.
Alright, so I got.
I don't want to damage it too much, right?
That sucked, but I got 4 laps to go.
Looks like it's now.
4 point,
Nasty's
like
dropping back.
4.2.
BKG finally in the pits. Nasty gonna lose 2 positions down to P4. But I agree with you 100%. It's a different beast driving the downhill cars for sure.
It is. The point I was going to make there is that putting racing tires, like tires that are
My whole
just
group's gonna catch me.
suspension, right? You just end up disturbing the car more instead of less because you have more grip. It's actually a great training tool on these street cars, because now
I'm gonna come out in that group.
Shane, you eventually are like, if I
Alright,
slam
what?
on the brakes
Did
of
I
this
accidentally
car,
put softs?
it's gonna die.
No, I got
before
me.
it's gonna
Okay.
go right? I got an eggshell this thing, and it's its own kind of challenge and fun. And then you get back on like a proper street tire, and you're in there, you're in the flow.
That was some Gordon Bombay stuff right there. Soft hands, soft hands.
Soft hands, soft hands. No, I mean that's. I think that's where everyone should start. I think that is how Gran Turismo is celebrated too, right? You know, they don't let you jump into the race cars. They
Right.
let you drive first, like really crappy cars you can't get much trouble with, and then you get to sports cars that you can get a lot of trouble with. Don't soft hand eggshell it, right? And then make it for the race cars, because that will make you better in the race cars.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things I love Project Cars 2. E-Cars 2. They did that same thing, and one of the earlier stages was Rallycross, the Joker stuff, which this series is inspired from. But you start out in the Renault Clio Cup and stuff like that, and kind of get your feet wet. That's what they say. Yeah, feet wet. And then they slowly make it. I never made it to the real race.
Penalties never felt so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the downhill S to the hairpin. It's a common one to pick up the penalty, and then for the tight twisty bits, it's easy to get your rear quarter panel on.
All right, let's see.
Really difficult, and the tunnel's tough too, because
There's no way I'm catching those guys.
flat out in the tunnel. So it's an interesting dance through there as well. Shaggy, as far as I know, has yet to do his Joker, so everyone else has completed the task. It'll be interesting to see. He's gonna have to get past SC and put some space in him because he's only 9.8 seconds ahead of SC's. That'll, or ahead of BKG. So that'll allow BKG to get closer serves his Joker lap. Anything standing out here?
Well, I was glad that we were getting kind of that POV view. I wanted to say, hey, next time these drivers go through that section of the S and the airplane, POV to show just how difficult it is to balance the game. Maybe nobody was paying attention to that because I didn't actually get to say it, but maybe next time we're watching other drivers do that, you can just mention the S into that airplane is a place to get a penalty. And we just watched that perfect.
Yeah, you can see the half throttle, quarter throttle, full throttle, then heavy onto the brakes into the hairpin, getting the car turned in very nicely. Nasty's doing there, and then into the tight twisty bits. This is my favorite part. Just on the throttle, off the throttle, just kind of feeling it out, feeling where the grip is. When can you get all the way on it? What's going to help rotate the car? What's going to push the car? And you can see a big snap.
I'm
Big
doing
snap as he
good, but
drifts,
man, they're
and
fast.
maybe that's where we're seeing the penalties. Some drivers cutting the track there or snapping the guardrail. Oh, again, it's so difficult to get the car. You want to get the car slowed down. Nasty is on the soft, so he's doing the alternate strategy of UKG. UKG did soft mediums, as we see Shaggy finally taking his Joker lap back on the track, no problems. Got a good enough gap for UKG. So they were on opposite strategies, but they hit on the same lap. So Nasty not comfortable enough. As we see this replay again, you can see he just can't get the car slowed down. But good to hold on it and stay out of the barriers.
Snapped right and left. Doing such a fantastic job of calling like right.
I'm not hitting my lap times either.
Literally watching him dance and fill out the grip like you mentioned. And it got to that point and he hit what happened. Like his car's kind of rubber band, but instead of the shocks and stuff are supposed to make that rebound smaller and smaller until the car settles. But you keep going left, right, downhill, brake, up, right? It never settles down, and I think if you just watch, because eventually it goes to a point where there's just too much energy, and he's part of the car. It's so fascinating to watch him be picture perfect, and then still not.
Yeah, that was a great description because it's just all that energy getting built up between the rubber, the springs, the strut, everything going and working together, and then it just becomes too much and it's overload. It sounded like you were calling out the unlimited health cheat code there for a second.
For a second, right? It was like left, right, up, down, BA start. I think that's it, right? The old Konami code.
And it looks like, it's spreading out there. SSC, commanding job there.
SSC's
back
gone.
in P5, going back up to our leader. You can see the gap there, 5.3 seconds as he goes into T1. Everyone has gotten their Joker taken care of. So it's just a matter to see, do the racing mediums of PKG having so much meat on them compared to Shaggy and SSC who pitted way earlier, will that help him bring down that 12-second gap he has on SSC? What are your thoughts on that, Kyle?
It might. He gets to drive the car a little less gingerly, right? I think part of what we watched catch, it was already, but part of what caught William Burns out is that maybe he's trying to drive his car like he's still on the mediums. Feeling like, as we say that, we made it from first BKG. Huge shut into the wall and a 1.5-second penalty along with the damage that comes from that.
Look like some Ollie Behrman stuff right there. Just full speed into the wall. Nice little hop.
Now, why is Ollie in it? Why is Ollie catching strays?
Oh, he's not catching strays. It was not his fault. It was just a crazy crash. It was terrifying. I love Ollie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Ollie. It was just the latest big crash.
You know what? I realize I might be about a weekend behind on Formula 1 at this point.
Okay. Well, the last 3 weeks have been canceled, so you're really
Okay.
behind.
Okay, I'm very behind. So
I think
was
I
like,
crashed
why is
just
the
out
last
of
race
sheer
the worst
boredom.
you can? There should have been
No,
another
that was
race
the
since
last
I'm gonna do a
race. That was the
360
last
though.
race.
It's been canceled for
If they
2
keep
weeks. What happened
watching
to
me.
Baseball land. Baseball season started 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's
That they're watching
Middle
Shaggy,
Eastern
though.
races.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. That's right.
Safety.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Oh yeah.
I'm out of fuel.
Okay.
That's not good.
Going back on to the racing, BKG about to start the final lap of this race. Great race length. You can see he's hopefully timed the fuel perfectly. I think he's gonna make it around. What do you think about that low fuel there?
We might make it around.
You know, I saw the fuel and the camera angle was doing something weird for me, and I thought he was actually pitting because of the fuel. So I was like, pitting? But no, I guess he's gonna ride it out, see if he can secure this podium. It's a torquey car. You know, keep it down. He's got enough of a gap that he really can just shift it like before he even sees it, and hopefully make it.
Everybody else seems to be looking good on fuel. Million vertices.
Yeah, I got
low
crazy
like,
gap.
like BKG is, but looks like Shaggy Dew's been able to pull quite the gap and be able to push those mediums, but they are struggling. But Estacy's going to be in first across the line. He only has a right-hander and then a quick right or a quick left-right and then a lazy but very concentrated left.
I don't want to run out of
I
fuel.
got that right.
I think you did. I think you know what? You ate that up. Honestly.
Just gonna be very, very mellow.
Around. His fuel is low, but not nearly as low as the drivers behind him. His tires are looking good. You see the lift there, playing on the throttle, back to full throttle. It's all his for round or race one of this event of the Joker Series. And across the line, Estacy, our race winner, followed by Shaggy Dewsters. Across the line, AMG 1, 2, and a BKG can cross the line before he runs out of fuel. The AMG 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, if
Oh,
either
no,
way,
I just
he's
ran out.
past the bottom, then he's in the AMGs.
It would be.
Oh, he's out of fuel. There you go. Good thing he built up. Look at that gap he's got. He's fine. He's fine. Everybody's fine.
Such a good looking car. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly, I didn't see how Mercedes could top that SLS. Dare I
They did it.
Too
say
funny.
it is low
Too
percentage.
funny.
It's got a big old booty.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
the king is here. Viking, King Gaming. Look. Grid lights out, heartbeat loud, one shot, one lap, I don't back out. Simric throne, got the crown in my zone, every apex clean, every move full grown. I was ghosting the lobby, now they ghost in the rear, every low replays, just to study my gear. From a cracked old wheel to the pro line force, I was grinding in the dark, now I'm leading the course. The king is here. Viking King Gaming, better still. Lambo eyes in your mirror. Getting closer, getting clear. You feel that fear? When I dive in late, disappear. Viking King, shift the gear. Lambo eyes in your mirror. Yeah. Climbing the ranks, I don't beg, I just bank every split, every stink. Cold mind, full tank from the back of the pack to the pole with the gap. They be blaming the lag, I just laugh, let them yap. I got tell you where I'm at. Pit stop math in my head, turn 5 on the knife edge. You blinking, you're dead. This is war on the wheel, every lobby my land. You can talk in the chat, but you crashing my hand. The king is here. Viking King Gaming, better still. Lambo eyes in your mirror. Getting closer, getting clear. You feel that fear? When I dive in late, disappear. Viking King, shift the gear. Lambo eyes in your mirror. Whoa. Crowns up. When I log in, server shakes. One mistake, that's the throw that I take. Say my name in the lobby, like prayer. Load the race, and you see me right there. The king is here.
Very nice. That's to see with the fastest lap. I see here in chat, DKG saying he meant to be on the medium. So he was
I
just
was
trying to.
wondering.
he was just trying to make the best of the song. So we hear you. You got 2 more races coming up, but that was fun stuff. I liked the Joker lap. It changed things up, but I think really the tire car combo is really what makes this race challenging, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, they're harder to drive this way. It's very interesting. I hope we see some more door banging actions. That would be very interesting.
So we need to pick a driver of this race. I'll let you start because I don't know if there's a whole list.
I'm going to give it to TKG for having on the wrong tires and somehow making them last and able to finish in 3rd place.
I'm gonna give it to our race winner. I think SC nailed it. He lost the lead a few times due to strategy and other circumstances. Taking the Joker lap, he lost the Shaggy, hitting, he lost, and we got a new race leader. So I think SC is a great one as well. And then I don't think we can forget Shaggy Dude there. So we're just gonna go all 3 on the podium. Vote is up in the chat. Vote for your favorite driver of the race. We're going to take a quick break, and then we got another race for you.
You guys jump over there and vote for me.
Please click the link pinned in the chat to see how to do so. And we'll see
Jump
you in just
over
a
there
little
and
bit.
vote for me.
See you guys in a moment.
I don't even know. It's on Salamander.
Cutting through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of motion, only speed survives. Pressure in the veins, time is breaking down. Take the line that twists away, no turning back now. Adrenaline, adrenaline, rushing in the bloodstream, can't contain. One chance, one line, overtake, redesign. Adrenaline, adrenaline, voices in the engine say. One chance, one line, cross the edge of time. Cross the edge of time.
I don't know if it's like that for everybody.
Curves become a weapon, brakes become a dare. Gravity is pulling, but I'm already there. Slipstream in the shadow, breaking through the pack. The hidden road is waiting, no way to turn back. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite.
I'm almost no faster than
Adrenaline, voices in the engine
Just kinda like the pace.
say. One chance, one line, cross the edge of time.
If I could hold it, preparation still there, like I really want These guys gonna be back in 3 minutes. I'll be back in 3 minutes.
Gotta burn it up, in the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. Viking King, helmet gleaming, UK dreaming, roads be screaming. Coach fronty strategy on point, team be scheming. Chasing Hogston GTA, streets cold and rainy. Simrig steady grip tighter than a raven's feathery navy. Sim racing's war, no weak heart survive. Chasing down aliens, a machine to drive. Crawler in the state, smoking fast, they thrive. But the Viking King always keeps hope alive. Hogston's ghost in the fog can't maintain his lane. Fronty shouts be sharper than a sword to the brain. Crawler's torque in the USA, wide lanes insane. Viking grips the wheel, Thor's wrath in every vein. Sim racing's war, no weak heart survive. Chasing down aliens, a machine to drive. Crawler in the state, smoking fast, they thrive. But the Viking King always keeps hope alive. Hope alive. Nordic blood in veins, God's glory in his roar. UK bends, US straights, racing gods implore. Tarmac's battlefield, every corner's lore. Viking King saga, he's destined to score. Aliens ahead, the glow of neon trails. Fronty's wisdom deep, strategy scales. The Nordic beast hunts, the gods prevail. Sim racing so tough, a relentless gale. A relentless gale. Nordic blood in the veins, God's glory in his roar. UK bends, US straights, racing gods implore. Tarmac's battlefield, every corner's lore. Viking King saga, he's destined to score. Aliens ahead, the glow of neon trails. Fronty's wisdom deep, strategy scales. The Nordic beast hunts, the gods prevail. Sim racing so tough, a relentless gale. A relentless gale.
Oh, he's back. He's back. So Shaggy's running 156s. I can't vote. I can't see the vote. I can't vote. Ah, it was close. SSC. Congrats, brother. For sim racers, by sim racers. Still rocking mine. You know I'm cheap.
M4, the Dodge Charger, and the Nissan GTR on the racing mediums.
I don't know if this is working
the
now.
other racing tires are
Dude, that's
available. We saw a slightly different strap, but then we found out
Is this
it
working?
wasn't planned with VKG, starting on the softs and then going to the mediums. And we did see Nasty
Oh, it's working.
being in the
Cool.
mediums and then go into the softs, but the majority of the drivers did medium. What data did you collect from that first race as far as tires go?
There we
I
go.
don't think it really matters much, and I think part of it is just the length of the race. It's there's just one pit stop really, and that pit window is going to be pretty similar for everyone who's on the same tires, because the tire wear is a great equalizer. That might change if we get some more diverse races, although, right? The tire wear is different depending on the car, and most of those drivers were in the AMG, so it looked pretty similar. Maybe it matters if we have a diverse lobby.
Yeah, and I had the advantage of seeing that, and I can tell you, we have 2 M4s, an AMG, another M4, another M4, a Charger, an AMG, and a Charger. So actually a really good mix. The M4 is the dominant car on this one, but not by much. So I think we might get that. Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Tell
missing the
somebody to switch.
GTR.
Tell somebody to swap. We haven't started qualifying yet. Force them. Tell them you have to take the GTR.
The GTR is great to drive. It was so fun. Once I got the understeer under control,
I'll go with the GTR.
It was really good, but it just ate through those tires, man. It just ate through them.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Papa just chatted me. He said, "Hey, Dirty Tati, stay away from the dirty dew. Trust me, man." And I'm like, "Is that dark liquor? Because I love dark liquor."
The dirty no.
Uh-oh.
I know exactly what he's talking about. So he posted today.
Too late.
Qualified's about to get underway.
All right, so
he posted today. He tried. So I just found
sauce.
out about it yesterday or Tuesday in my stream. There's a new thing called
56.
Dirty Mountain Dew. And it is cream soda mixed with Mountain Dew. And at first I was repulsed, but then I thought about that I like orange creamsicles and orange cream soda.
Right,
I like strawberry cream. Maybe Mountain Dew lemon lime cream wouldn't be so bad. But Papa posted a short on it, and
turn that off.
Yeah, he didn't like it.
It feels like it would give like maybe a little bit of lemon meringue, but Mountain Dew is just not lemony enough. And I haven't had it in a while. I used to be a lover of it, but yeah, maybe Sprite or Mellow Yellow, right? A little less of that Sprite tang with the lemon, and then now it's lemon meringue pie.
There you go. I don't like lemon meringue pie, so I don't know what I was thinking.
There we go.
I do like, however, this Ghostbuster mobile. Vetterdan hopping in the AMG. One of our newcomers, Nasty, switching over to the BMW.
Right.
BMW was honestly my least favorite to drive. Well, as you see,
this car is highly underpowered.
Million vertices in the number 9 Dodge Charger. Feeling how heavy that thing really is.
You're doing too much. You gotta drive it like that Crown Vic. You let him come to you. You know what I mean? It's there. The torque is there.
You gotta be thinking pretty far ahead. Where are all the bumps and hard turns, so I can load up the energy just right, and make it through minimal bounces. So Shaggy in the M4 as well, on the same trajectory. I'm really curious what these drivers are going to end with. Maybe it is the GTR.
56.
Maybe, since you liked it the best too. You mentioned understeer, so tire wear in the front, I'm guessing is a little
It's not great, but you can, while all these cars, wag their tail, you get on the throttle on that GTR, once you have it rotated, you don't have to worry. You can get on the throttle so quick. But yeah, that front tire wear is not good.
Got it. Nice. Well, the GTR is
get some momentum here.
Long in the tooth as it is. It always seems to maintain its status as a pretty decent car in this game. It ebbs and flows, right? Especially the race car versions, but the street car versions tend to always hold up. It's good to drive.
Indeed.
I'm trying to see here,
so slow.
but I always find it hard to read the setting sheets on these lobbies in this game. But tuning is not allowed, correct?
Correct. No tuning here. Bop is on. So these are stock. These are stock cars. Just on the racing tires.
Come on.
Just on the racing tires. loud, which honestly would help so much, right?
Right, yeah, if you could adjust those suspension a little bit.
Oh gosh, yeah, stiffer springs at the least, and then the dampers crucial. I don't think it's a bump.
I think I'll get one more
you
lap.
know, or I don't get that sense that it's a lot of movement, but I think I don't think you need to have a super compliant suspension, right?
I think it's bumpy.
It's
Try
more
it
about
in motion.
controlling that body roll and the dive and stuff like
That's
that.
the thing too, is like the motion. Gosh, affects my steering.
Yeah, the only road that our tax
That
dollars
sucks.
have ever gone to is this one here. It is super smooth. It's just the elevation changes. Some of the turns are off camber. Some of them you go in where it's pitched good for you, and then all of a sudden you're exiting and the balance is all off. Shaggy Dude putting down the pole lap.
Could do well.
BKG
But he
coming
is-
across the line.
Little penny pen.
There we go. Fernando B. Seeing that the order has been changed up since I gave Sal the order. So a lot happened on that lap. A lot of people backing out knowing that they're going to get another lap. As you see Million holding on, brakes are glowing, and very impressive to keep that pointed in the right direction.
Very dodge coded. S&T jumped up to fourth while you were talking about that. It was still changing as you were talking.
Got a very
I
good.
will.
Oh!
Somebody is off. I'm gonna let you take care of that, and I will take on this task for now. Whoever that is behind S&T with a half-second penalty there, I think the Chargers are struggling to control this thing. There it is. Oh, 2 seconds for Millie Vertices in that Charger, and front end damage. You see the car wiggling around there. Oh, here's a replay. Yep, dove on the brakes, not quite soon enough. Oh, yeah, couldn't get it slowed down, couldn't get it turned, and basically just went straight there.
Yeah, you see just not being able to maximize the grip of the vehicle and really hurting his chances. Looks like it's going to be another race starting from the back for Millions. But hey, as long as he's having fun, I mean, I'm not going to complain.
No, same. That's all
Get
that
out
matters.
there. Enjoy yourself.
Get a whole second.
Having a good time. You see Fernando.
Man, I could have done better. Fernando! Could have done way better.
Was that the Charger?
That was the Charger,
Pit.
Fernando B.
Fernando,
BKG.
see it?
Ooh,
Pit.
up into P5. You can see some of these
This
drivers
sucks.
struggling with this transition from the AMG to the BMW. Better than P7 with a pen. That is all the drive. Oh no, million vertices with no tire left, trying to make it through the tunnel. Very nicely done to keep it pointed. I mean, shout out to them for not using traction control. Struggling with this car. I mean, it's not easy, and this would be a car that I would consider turning on that TC, even though I don't typically use it.
Hey, how crazy is it that it can spin up the racing softs?
Blank, you lost
Yeah.
sound.
It is
Lost
nuts.
sound for
I
me.
mean, in fifth gear you can spin the tire. That's too much power, y'all. That you didn't need to do that.
Did you lose sound from the
You
game?
Put that in an 18-wheeler or something.
My thing's showing sound.
So here we have our qualifying results with a new pole sitter of Shaggy Doo with a 156.057. Interestingly enough, now Metal in the Mercedes AMG, who started
I'm starting
P5 last
fifth.
race, up to P2 with a
Metal's gonna have a huge advantage.
156.144, less than a tenth between Shaggy and Metal. Very nice qualifying and improvement. Then we have PHG S to C
I'll be
in
right
the
though.
M4 safety car with a 156.558. BHR's Fernando B in the Charger SRT Hellcat. Well done to get you into the top 5. P4
I'm gonna
there
start
with
off
a
in the mediums.
157.5.
And then I'm gonna end on the
BKG
softs.
not doing quite as well as he did
So-
in the previous qualifying in the
You only do
M4
mediums like
with
they
a
only gotta do like 6 mediums.
158.638. Then we have Nasty, also in the M4 with a
Yeah, I'm not doing as well.
159.509.
Then PHG.
This is true.
Rotterdam,
This is true.
And the Mercedes AMG.
Oh no.
With a 206.301. Tough times for
Damn.
him.
See, that's
as
what
well
a
as
4-point harness is for.
in the Charger with a 210.435. Wow. So Tati, what do you think about Metal's big jump there in qualifying?
Huge jump. I think maybe you were onto something. That maybe Metal was just racing his worst car first, and it's gonna be a superstar for the rest of this race, for the rest of this night. We'll see. But yeah, that's a huge jump. But remember, I said by the end of that race, it looked like he'd really looked it up and figured it out, even with the tire wear. You know, tight turns, hitting the apex. Unfortunately, we just didn't get much camera time for him.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, indeed. I think,
What's up, Monkey
I think
King?
he was using that to test out. What are these top runners doing strategy
Thank you,
wise?
baby.
What are they trying to run? What's the way to go? And playing it pretty smart.
Yeah. Yep.
We got a few new drivers in this one, so it should be a fuller split and a bigger
All right.
variety.
So
of
the M4,
cars.
not as fast. I think it takes away some of
Shaggy
Shaggy's
and, SSC were able to do
speed
so
because
well with
Shaggy's
those
fast,
M4s.
right?
Shaggy specifically.
But I think this closes
Do
the
you think
gap
the
to
controller playing
consistency.
has
So if
anything
I'm
to do with that one?
consistent
I did find it
and I do well, I
difficult
think
to
I'll be able to
control on the
podium
rear
again.
end.
So the goal
You
is
know
to
what?
3
My experience with
podiums.
M4 is actually
3
pretty easy
podiums.
to
3
drive,
races,
but,
3 podiums.
You know, I don't think I've ever driven it on the racing softs. Not the street car version. So maybe way different. Because I think the stickiest tire I put on that is the Comfort
Appreciate you.
Soft. So I'm not really sure. But it's Shaggy dude.
See
so
Mesa back right there?
again,
Look at her
are we
right there.
surprised? I think I've said that a couple
Little
times
head.
tonight. So Shaggy did this thing. Are we surprised?
Are we surprised? Are we surprised?
think
No,
she
we
knew
are
she was
not.
right.
And it looks like we're going to get a late entry starting in the back. This is delay our start ever so
Kelly.
slightly, but our very own Kay Naranjo,
Come here, give me a hug.
aka Oak,
Okay.
fellow commentator,
Oh,
producer,
jeez. Don't put
and
the Everybody.
steward
This is
coming in here.
the saga of
Also
being a
joining
girl
us.
dad.
So
Very.
coming in.
It's a-
Very
they-
fast racer.
They're
This
free
is gonna
spirits.
put Shaggy doing SSC on notice.
Free
I think he will be
spirits.
starting from the back, and he didn't
Jeez.
have the advantage of
She
running
she
that
couldn't be
first
okay.
race.
Jeez.
So will be interesting to see, but I have full confidence. He's been coming into my Tuesday lobbies lately, which has been fun, challenging the normal winners.
Nice.
We gonna race?
You know what?
14
I
laps.
think you left the room.
Grand Valley Highway. I'm
Maybe we'll come back.
taking
Yeah, we'll
the
see.
M4.
He said 1 sec. So
Safety
I mean,
car.
it's already been a second, but I don't want to be that guy.
Good job, Misa, donating
I recently
membership.
requested
Hit Papa's
to work
House
from
of
home 1 day
Games.
a week, and I was denied, unfortunately. But the day I chose was gonna
We'll
be
see.
Tuesdays because
I think I'm gonna do
Oh.
better
I could
though.
jump into TK's lobbies for
Well,
once because I'll already be home.
Can't do
I'm gonna
so
clock
much
out
better
and,
than
like,
third.
Move 3 feet
Shaggy-
that way.
Yep.
Shaggy's
and
an alien.
I'm racing, but
We all know this.
I don't know.
The shadow
Get
of
it together
Shaggy.
one day, take a day off or something.
Absolutely. And it looks like we had a gifted from Misa and Mista. That's from the VKG family. Thank
Aw.
you so much for the one gifted. I know Sal really appreciates that and appreciates y'all's support. Very nice to see. And it looks like Oak and, oh no,
All right,
the proprietor
What
of
haze?
Moose
here we go.
Moose
Moose.
Mafia Racing. Moose himself has joined the lobby.
You know what this feels like? Like, I don't know if wrestling is still like this, but when I was a kid, you know, in the heyday of wrestling, from like the late 80s onto the early 2000s, one of the best things would be during events when somebody is getting the brake speed off
Face
of them,
mic's good.
and then just a
Put the
random
cord.
person gets in the fight. Right. That's
All
what
right.
it
Comes
feels
out.
like,
Here we go.
right? Like Moose and Oak were watching, and they're in the chat, and they're like, "I think not."
I mean, these things are
Blow
serious.
them up.
Rip the
Right,
shirt off.
Right. They turn on their PlayStation.
Wait,
They sound
something
like
happened.
Harrier jets starting up. It's a big deal.
There's cannons going off.
Need
There's
more
smoke
practice, though.
everywhere.
It's
Now
the
you get to
original
see what
PlayStation
everybody was
sound.
gonna start on. Shaggy's on
It's
mediums,
like
SC
epic.
starting on
It's
mediums.
very symphonic.
So
Oh,
we're good.
man.
I'm starting on Fernando's on
Exactly.
mediums.
Yes,
Exactly.
I miss those days. I miss
You
360.
painted the picture. You painted the picture.
Dude, especially when they were like not just like sprinting out there, right? Like the really cocky ones who would like stop at the entrance all backlit, like they're waiting on the pyrotechnics. Like, dude, no one knew you were coming. You're not announced, but you are the Rock.
Another 360.
It's fine.
Yes.
I really liked Jumanji and later on in your career.
I only saw the first one that he did once, and
I didn't do the
like,
360 into the turn though.
And I know
I
that-
watched them both on the airplane, and they were perfect. They were perfect for what they were.
Good.
They,
good.
they,
Yeah, I
they
remember
served
the
their
first one I saw.
purpose.
Oh, double
Served their
360
purpose, and they served it well.
off the mountain.
I was
remember
never-
the OG with Robin Williams,
Oh yeah, I mean that's the best.
of course.
But it's a cool,
I don't know
cool,
what's happening.
premise, and then of course everybody's hilarious. Got a great cast.
Yeah.
But I've always liked The Rock's theatrical efforts.
I
Been
mean,
good.
honestly, when you look at it, like, yeah, and especially when he was younger, he was so animated. He's still very animated. He's kept a lot of that. He's like a big burly Jim Carrey almost, right?
Premise
Like,
down, force down.
maybe a little too big for like full physical comedy, but the face, the mannerisms, I mean, just always
It's
in
there.
character.
Tire check.
Always in
It's
character.
there. For sure. Him and John Cena really did a good job, because John Cena's just funny. He did that
He
one
really
action
is.
movie that was terrible, and
Yeah.
since that action movie, everything he's done is a comedy, and he's
Yep.
been fantastic in all of it. And then he partners with, oh, I can't think of her name. She
I'll
plays
take
the
the
character
practice.
on The Good Place. But they do Wipeout, or they
360s.
did Wipeout together,
Oh, got it. I never even saw that.
and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like BMXing. You start
It's
to just
so
feel it.
good.
We can't be surprised though. I mean, if you can look at, wrestling, professional wrestling
Yeah.
for entertainment, it is really good entertainment.
See?
We're talking about
The right
phenomenal
timing.
athletes, right? Who are also just over the top, and
That's-
that is
Phenomenal
very-
that's
athletes
worth
who
the
want to be
4K to buy
actors,
this.
and it's
Yes.
amazing.
It is
Roughly.
amazing.
Everybody's
Less.
inner
You probably
theater
do less
child
with-
comes out.
I mean, if you just
They
wanted
just
your
happen to be
screen, like I
jacked
do
and have a
recommend
plan.
mounting the screen.
That's the best way to put it. They're just
Like
so
it does
happy.
make a lot of difference.
And it looks like we're
I've
getting
seen
ready
these
to
without
go.
the
Race
screen
number
mounted,
2
and
here.
it's
We got
not
Shaggy Doo on pole, Metal in third, and Ecstasy P3. Oh, a little bit of a twitch from Metal. That's going to affect him off the line. He's going to lose out potentially to Fernando B, as well as VKG. And there we go. Much more bunched up and tight in the background. That looks like 4 wide, and chaos is ensuing. No, it's not. Everybody keeps it on the track. A little argy-bargy further back, but man, Shaggy Doo able to hold on to
Those
P1,
chargers
and
are
now it
quick.
is line astern, as our friend Claude would say, going
Quickly
further
off the
back. But
track.
Ecstasy now running wide, and you can see getting in the dirt. Can he keep it on? There we
There's
go.
another
Kay
charger.
Naranjo up into P2 out of nowhere, but no,
Like that.
better Dan! Oh my goodness, we have penalties, we have collisions, and we also have Shaggy Doo running away from it. Your thoughts there, Tatsy?
Man, as I watched, I was looking at those headlights. I was like, who is that coming up, charging up like that? It was Kay Naranjo. Then I saw him get sideswiped. I thought he was done for, but he's already in second place. We're not even halfway through the first
Chargers
lap.
can't turn,
This
though.
man started
Metal's
in
getting
second
stuck.
place.
Look at this, we're on board with P4, and you can see just losing control, but keeping it together. He gets it slowed down, but Vetterdan actually, was alongside him, just not being able to slow it down. It looked like, honestly, everybody
Fernando's
but
got 2
Shaggy was out
seconds.
of control on that
All right,
turn.
so that's going to put us up in the 7th.
Yes, we said
This is a
it would
wild
be
start.
difficult to control these cars bumper to bumper or door to door. That was amazing car control there from Naranjo. Just he saw a little twitch, but then immediately straightened it out and got it together. That is why he's in second place now. What a
Staying
driver.
in it. Staying in it.
What a driver. We have penalties everywhere. P2, P3, 4. Oh my goodness. Everybody's working their way through. Moose doing a nice job indeed.
And we
He's
are
going
in
to
the
try to go
mediums,
around the
so I
outside
could
here
see,
and right on
based
board
on
with
whatever
Moose.
that start was,
He's
a lot of
getting the
people on
move done
softs.
up to P4. Metal there behind, going around Ecstasy as well. Ecstasy not having the greatest of times in that M4. Seems like Shaggy's figured it out. And Moose, we can see, goes with the Joker, gets it slowed down, rotated, and back on track. Very
That
nicely
little e-brake
done.
turn.
It did look like that as Million also goes through. Very nice. Yeah, that was for sure an e-brake turn. I'm sure you've never done that before.
Not in this game. Nando
Oh, he's
has
off.
a 4.5 second penalty. I think it's the one I just saw.
Yes,
Leader.
he has quite a bit, and Oak somehow drifted his way through. This is Tokyo Drift in California in German cars, and he's getting chased down by a Shaggy Doo in the M4. Unfortunately, will lose the position due to the penalty, but that overtake was insane.
That was insane, and all this drifting is, probably not on purpose because we know minding the tires does matter. However, you do have to be able to slide road cars a little bit. They tend to be understeery. You can't be afraid to slide them, but that is not going to match the assignment that we have, which is you got to save these tires.
Here comes the Charger.
Oh my goodness, this is incredible to see Shaggy
Into the
just be
wall.
patient there, knowing that Oak does have the penalty, clearly doesn't quite have the control that he has, even though technically a slower car, the BMW, than the AMG.
We're up to 5th.
Shaggy Doo making it work. As you can see, the battle for P3 between Vetterdan and SSC is on. SSC having not the best start to the race, falling back, but Vetterdan, I believe, had a total of 2 seconds in penalties, allowing SSC back into play.
The Charger's gone.
We're seeing the opposite. P1 now back to Oak using that power. Shaggy must have had a less than stellar exit, but man, Oak drifting it through P1 down the hill. This will be a difference in throttle application as well as braking. The M4 can go through this part a little bit quicker than the AMG. Oak being able to keep it within track limits, keeping it off the dirt as they come down to the tight hairpin. Can you get it slowed down? Drifting around, it's like this. All this car wants to do is drift, and Shaggy able to hold on tight to his bumper. Further back in P6, P8, actually P8, we have a big crash from SSC coming down the hill. He lost several positions there. I don't know if we can get a replay. Let's see this. Coming down, he just runs wide into the barrier, into the dirt, losing control, and you can see the other cars coming down. Luckily, remembering ghosting is turned off and not getting back on track. But then Million, following the same line, runs into the back of him. Unfortunate for SSC.
Some rear end damage, but that should disappear soon.
Oh, and Fernando!
Doing what we saw Vettel do in the same car, I think. No, that was someone else. Who was that?
No, Metal was in that car.
Yes, but who did that?
Great question. I don't know. But a battle up front, as well as you see there, Hey Naranjo and Shaggy Doo. It is all over the place. Shaggy's picked up a half-second penalty. I don't know how Oak has not picked up a half-second penalty as well, because he's been wagging that tail every which way, and I could have sworn I saw some sparks flying. But I don't know if you've experienced this, Tati. There's a little bit of netcode and lag in the game there where the driver themselves isn't hitting the wall, but it looks like as us, the viewer, that they are hitting the wall.
Yeah, I have experienced it. I don't know if it's a problem on this track, because I don't do this track enough.
He's going to get through
I'm
inside.
guessing it could be a problem anywhere. I know it was pretty prevalent in high-speed ring, where you would think the person was wall riding and they weren't, and that was just some weird netcode thing. Looks like Caden Naranjo just took their Joker, and it might be off track a little bit there. That might be a penalty. I said it probably wasn't on purpose, but I think Oak actually has been drifting this thing on purpose. It's kind of a flex, honestly, because, dude,
Tires. And you can see just pushing it. You can't get it slowed down. He's in the dirt, but he's not on the throttle. I think that's how he got away with no penalty there. Clearly losing speed. And quite the gap to Shaggy. But again, Shaggy will have to do his Joker lap.
Oh, right. Yeah, Shaggy hasn't done that Joker lap yet. I wonder what his tires look like, because he was controlling his car a lot better than Oak was. Oh, half a second there. Front left doesn't look so great, but the rest of them do look better than Oak's tires. I was actually looking forward to seeing
Messing up here. Come on, Trev.
They've separated for now.
indeed. And the battle for P3 is spiced
Come on,
up.
Trav.
Look at this, going side by side down
What's
the
up,
bridge.
Pop?
Vetterdan getting a better exit than Nasty. He was all over the back bumper, getting it done, but he did. Oh, we saw that in qualifying. He cuts the inside, trying to make the shortest distance, pushes him out to the wall, loses it. We saw that in qualifying, Tachi, right?
Yep, we sure did. Same thing, basically try to apex that too soon.
Come on, damn it.
It does open up wide, you know, if you get it right.
7.4
then
just
you
has
really
no
can open up
juice.
the wheel and the throttle, but yeah, just into apex way too soon there, and pay the cost.
No
That
juice.
was quick.
The Charger's
Real
hitting a
quick.
buck
And it's
62,
not forgiving, nor are the
63.
penalties. So Nasty Vetterdan still duking it out. Kay
But the
Naranjo
tires are gonna
up
be
there in
trash.
P1. As Shaggy went ahead and altered his strat. Altered his strat to take a Joker. Last race, he didn't do the Joker until his second stint.
We're
Changing things up here in the M4. Keeping Oak there on his toes. Moose doing a great job in this Charger. But
still
look at
on
those
mediums.
tires, Tati.
Yeah, those are down bad. By the way, I think Shaggy Dude just picked up a 1.5 or something like that just as we cut away. Ooh, metal with that cool, half second for Shaggy.
Yep.
Anyway, I like that livery for metal, but yeah, the tires don't look great on, oh gosh, what were we looking at? Whose tires were those? That was,
Moose.
oh, it was Moose. Okay, got it. Well, Moose is in the Charger. Moose
Yeah.
is doing what he can. He's in, you know, he's in
As
the
soon as I
liberal
see
yacht.
red, huh?
Okay, a Dodge Seafarer, if you will. He's doing what he can.
Doing what he can indeed, and Vetterdan doing what he can as far as penalties go. Got 3 seconds, and I can tell you it's not a pit lane penalty. That's 2 wall taps
Come on.
right there for Vetterdan. He was battling with Nasty, and now looking to lose a spot to Ecstasy, who definitely would like to forget this race as far as it's going so far. But we're only on lap 5 of 14. We got pit stops coming. I imagine Moose is going to be our first driver in.
All right, close this gap on Nasty.
Probably, he'll have to be, really. And the STC, yeah, not having a great race, but we're not even halfway through it. They just went purple in that last sector, so they're putting it together. And the way this race is going for a lot of people, I think if they just keep it off the wall and stay out of the penalties, they will probably pick up positions.
All right.
Indeed, as we see Moose predictably going into the pits. And you know what? That's something that SSC learned in that first race. He was able to leapfrog Shaggy in the pits because of fuel. So perhaps he's taking a more conservative race here and thinking that, well, it didn't start out great. Now let's manage my pace and maybe I can leapfrog 3 or 4 drivers in the pits. That'd be fun to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up, baby girl?
It's your birthday tonight. It's your birthday tonight.
Hold on. Let me finish this race.
I've got the rule sheet here.
Oh, that was almost really bad.
The reason I ask is because I'm wondering if the track gets colder and colder. I feel like the last race did get darker.
Yeah, it stays the same for the most part of the nighttime. There's a little adjustment, but as far as light and dark go, but I think as far as track temp goes, it's about the same, but it is set to 1x. So.
Okay, got it.
Oh no, and we lost Shaggy Doo. Oh no. We had a disconnect. We hate to see it, but it happens. It happens more often than not, much like a crash in a race or an engine failure.
Come on.
Yep, your favorite can be out in a
I hope
moment,
Nasty is on
racing
softs.
and it taketh away.
Indeed. So
So
Moose,
much luck. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say Moose with his strategy is back in last place, so third to last, a minute off of Oak. It's going to be hard for him to try to get back in those podium positions, but I mean, Oak does have a good 12-second gap on Metal and Nasty.
All right, so I need
who are
8 laps.
Current battle on track. I do like the BMW. Whose flashing lights do you like the most, Jackson?
Me, so my love.
Honestly, the Dodge
All right, 8
aren't
laps,
bad, but
right?
as I look at the
So I
BMWs,
did 6.
I really,
We
it's
got
just
8 to go,
chaotic,
so I'm
and I
going
kinda like that.
8.2.
Yeah, it's hectic.
Yeah. The AMG is boring.
Yeah,
Just
very
yellow.
standard yellow, very
But you-
Toto Wolf.
You got like
Right.
a teal, a green, a red, yellow. You got it all on
Come
the
on.
BMW. So we
I
got
think-
some more pit runners: VKG, Fernando, and Million. Go ahead, Tachi.
No, I was just agreeing with you. It's like I think it is all the colors,
America.
also the flashing pattern of the lights. It's great. I think the BMW feels like it's a safety car that doesn't get used very much, and this is kind of its vengeance, right? Like,
That's what I was talking about coming out of that tunnel. It's wild in that car.
And you're like, by that speed, you're like you said, you're like in fourth, fifth gear.
Yeah,
All right.
that was a fifth
We gotta
gear
catch all
power
these guys.
oversteer on a semi-straight.
Whew. Listen, Goose is doing the best he can. You asked about like his
And now I got
strategy.
soft, so I can
think
push it.
you know he's got the worst car in the field right now, and he's in not last, he's in 7th place,
Yep.
and he's already pitted. Everyone else still has to pit around him, so he may pick up some positions. I do wonder how those tires will last him since he tried to undercut everybody.
Indeed. That was an incredible move by Vetterdan up the inside on SC, making it look easy, but that is the AMG on the BMW. So a bit of a power advantage and a grip advantage. I think that big booty serves the
a
AMG
little too
well.
pushy, a little too
The
pushy.
grip to those
A little
rear
too
tires
pushy.
is- That M4 was so squirrely, as we see Oak coming into the pits with 28%. SC
You want
scratching
in
the
the
wall
pits?
there.
Yeah, I think it's a wider rear tire altogether, also in that AMG. Big
Mhm.
booty, more rubber.
I don't know if it's enough time to catch
Leader.
him.
Metal. Who? I haven't really. Well, metal.
He's taking that
Okay.
Joker.
Is it? Okay. Yep.
Yep.
He is. There we are.
There
Okay.
we- Oh, over the cone.
There's a lot of debris out there.
It gets rowdy. It gets rowdy. So that puts Metal in first, Nasty in P2, and Vetterdan in P3. Several pitters.
Come on.
Vetterdan and Nasty still yet to pit. Same with Metal. So I imagine they will end up giving their positions back
And
as
they're,
Oak
are they on
and
mediums or getting on
Naranjo
mediums?
are filling up their cars to get out of the pits.
Yeah, let's see where they come out, because Kane Naranjo obviously was running up top. Oh, we lost. Unfortunately, we did lose Shaggy, who was supposed to be better. I want to see where he would come out, but right now it doesn't like
Alright, I gotta
there's
catch-
anybody challenging
Catch someone.
Naranjo. He's got his fresh tires on. He's in clean air for now, and he had a good gap to you know the cars behind. Just
That's
came
because he
in, jumped in,
waited
and
for his
dominated.
he waited for his theme music. He waited for the whole runway to fill up with smoke, and then as soon as those sparklers went off, he ripped his shirt off and came out. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Ate it up.
Better
Dang
Dan,
it.
just moving up again. Nasty to see Better Dan. Nasty. SC and Nasty, when they're in the same race, it kills me.
It's hard.
That's who's racing. That's how I feel. But anyways, Better Dan doing a great job. Let's see if he can pull a gap now from Nasty further
I'm
behind.
not so
Let's
slippery.
see where they come out. We are over that halfway mark, so we see Metal in the pits,
Come on.
16% fuel. Better Dan looks to have better fuel than
a
Metal.
lot of
Goes
fuel.
in the pits. Nasty stays out. But look at the fuel difference between Better Dan and Metal.
Huge. Very, very big. Metal's in the AMG. Vetterdan was in the
He's in the
BMW. He's in the AMG too?
yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
in the
he
AMG
is.
as well.
Come
Yeah.
on, damn it.
Wow. Yeah, staying out of those higher RPMs, I guess. Which, I mean, yeah, there's no real reason to use second gear in this car except maybe brake, right?
Right.
In this
Yeah,
track.
rotation.
Yeah, get some rotation. I think even in the slower corners, you can kind of pull out of it in third if you want to.
Come on, come on,
Or
come on.
there are a lot of spots where you can kind of skip 2 gears, right? You can get out of the corner in second maybe, but jump up to fourth. That was
Just
sketchy.
drifting. Vetterdan now in the pits. He was the only driver on the softs. He will come out on the mediums. And in a battle with SSC back up into P4.
Now I gotta run.
I've lost track of who all has run Joker laps, but it looks like everyone but Nasty has come into the pits.
Looks like
and-
that looked like a fierce battle starting right there.
Oh yeah. The mid-pack battle is on like Donkey Kong. And you can see Joker lap here by Fernando. Oh, it's so tight. Oh, and he spit. Oh, he catches it. Well played.
It went wrong. Everybody trying to use that throttle to kick it around there is probably the best way to do it, huh?
Come on.
You gotta go back to parking lot days with McDonald's trays.
Yeah.
Front wheel drive cars.
I think the way we saw Moose do it was e-brake. It looks like e-brake.
A little slight e-brake. Vetterdan goes up the inside. Essasi trying for his cutback, but unable to do so. Vetterdan putting his car in just the right place. The BMW and AMG are more equally matched than I thought they were going to be. It seems like their pros and cons equalize each other.
Ooh.
And where Vetterdan just loses it into the wall is going to allow Essasi to catch back up, but no. And this was the only exit, but no, he goes up to third
penalty.
gear as well. I thought they might exit that one.
Damn it.
What did you see here, Tachi?
Well,
That
just
sucks.
a huge oversteer into that turn there. I think maybe just hadn't slowed it down enough and tried to chuck it. But, you know, if you're going too fast, you're going too fast. And so that car kind of flat slid to the other side there. Nasty just came out of the pits on softs is what I'm hearing the rumor mill say. With a penalty, a half-second penalty there. I was going to say something about, you said the cars are pretty evenly matched. They are. The BMW is better in the twisties, it looks like. But they're just enough straights, and of course the AMG's torquey, it just comes out ahead of them every single time. And the BMWs don't get to, like, they can't get close enough to make a move in the good passing points. They're getting close in these, like, S's and stuff like that, but they're not getting those opportunities to dive into the brakes. That was,
Indeed. As you saw the dive into the brakes there between Vetterdan and BKG, but it's like everyone has a penalty here. The drivers are pushing. You can tell that last race was a feeler. I feel like everybody is pushing so much harder this one. We're seeing more penalties. We're seeing more mistakes as these drivers continue to find the limits of this track. But even up front in P1, Oak has a half-second penalty. Nasty with a half-second penalty as he drifts it around. BKG with a half-second penalty. Vetterdan luckily doesn't have one, but just behind him, SC with a full second penalty. So it's penalties all around, and Moose back in P6 is just trying to keep it together with those tires.
Wow, nobody's taking our advice.
Oh, he was worried about that tire life and came out on the hards. Kind of surprising considering how late he hit it. No, he was our first pitter,
early,
wasn't he?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes more sense. Okay. Erase
That
that,
makes way more
reverse
sense
it.
to come out on the hard, yeah, because those mediums were not going
Oh my
to do
goodness,
another
smoked.
longer stint for him.
So the battle for second step is where it's at. You got Nasty and Vetterdan, who, I mean, really moved their way up the ladder there. But I mean, none other than Oak, who went from hashtag last to first, not even setting a qualifying. So going to be interesting to see what these drivers pick for the final race. Did Oak make a mistake being in the AMG on his first race?
Compared to us.
Only time will tell.
We'll see, yeah. From pretty much last place, I think maybe he was just in front of Moose, because technically Moose came in last, but to second before we were like halfway through the lap. It was crazy. We were like right here, and he was already second place.
Yeah, that was it was before the hairpin, and then he got clobbered not clobbered, they both were late on the brakes. A racing incident between him and Vetterdan. But impressive to see both those drivers move up the field the way that they've done.
Yeah, amazing job by both of them. I couldn't do any better, to be honest with you.
And if there
Fernando
weren't enough lights
qualified-
on.
Yeah, I know, right? Fernando qualified in fourth. It's not been a great race.
No, it hasn't. And I'm surprised that anybody's using this car. And watch me eat my words when all the fast drivers pick the Charger for the last race.
Can you imagine?
I can't, but I think it might be hilarious.
You know what? Honestly, for the jokes, I'm into it.
I always look at any bad thing and think, if I saw Will Ferrell do this in a movie, would I laugh? And most of the time, the answer is yes. So.
Laissez-les boutons rouler, right? Let it go. Let it ride.
Let it go. Enjoy and
Sucks.
laugh at yourself.
Sucks. What's up, Josh?
Oh, look at
Oh,
Moose
Josh got a
pushing that
membership.
thing. The Hellcat is out
Giving
of
him time
hell
by revving
and
it?
chasing down BKG. BKG's got his beautiful Christmas lights going on top of his BMW, but the speed difference is so obvious. But look how quickly he's on the brakes. Oh, it's so difficult to control and keep it pointed. And now he's dealing with a lack of grip, and that allows BKG to pull away here. But again, now that they're on the throttle, but going through these S's, he's got to back out so early. Where's BKG gonna be? BKG is on the racing softs and has more tire left than Moose on the racing hards. And Moose picking up a half-second penalty. He's gonna be hard-pressed to get by him, don't you think?
Oh yeah, because he just can't get close enough, or he can, but then he has to brake so much earlier. And even with that, you see how well it's going for him. Barely kept it on the track there and picked up a penalty for it. But if he can stick with him, obviously he can get him in that straight. And then that is a really big car to try to drive around in the tight, twisty sections of this track.
Oh yeah, there's no way to do it without contact, I don't think. or the driver in front making a mistake.
Yeah, I think you'd lose the hip check battle with the.
Here comes the Charger.
Oh,
Watch.
for sure.
Oh, no, we got a penalty.
So several tight battles on track. You have the battle for P3 and P2 right here with Nasty and Vetterdan. And then, of course, further back, Moose trying to hunt down BKG. With the battle for P2, Vetterdan,
I see you, man.
I think he's got a chance here on the racing softs. With Nasty is also on the softs, but Nasty's
This car
their
just
tires
this has
are
nothing.
medium to each other. One has better rear grip and the other has better front.
I think the AMG is the stronger car, as you've said. I think if he can keep it together, I think the M4's strengths just aren't strong enough for him here, unfortunately. Look at that, he's about to drive around him like it's nothing to do now.
Yeah. He's got to hope that Vetterdan with that front tire wear goes a bit deep here in the turn and he can get back ahead. It's can you stay ahead at the start-finish line on the final lap? That's really the question. Are you going to have enough overspeed on the exit to get across the line before the other driver? And it's looking like Vetterdan's just putting it down. He's getting it slowed down and rotated over the cones, unsettling the car a bit, but well done. And it looks like he's going to be okay. We'll see once he gets to that final sector coming out of the chicane. That'll show whether or not Nasty is going to be able to come back to him.
Yeah, I don't, that overspeed thing out of that last corner, I don't think the M4 can do it. You said it has trouble putting the power down, more trouble than the AMG does. The AMG has more power, and the grip advantage.
I don't know if we're going to be able to power down.
The M4 just doesn't have the top speed. You definitely saw how it ran out of steam by the end of the straight
Just
there.
getting
And it's a
blown out
turbocharged
by
car
speed.
versus a supercharged one, which technically should run out of breath before it does.
I think it's the extra cylinders, all the liters, and the 707 horsepower.
Perhaps that has something to do with it.
707 horsepower.
So yeah, the Hell Kitty is not a fair comparison, but I mean we've seen the same with the AMG. It just kind of runs the M4 down everywhere.
Yeah, and I believe that AMG is a bi-turbo, and Metal
I'm trying
to catch Moose with terrible
3 to 5K.
tires there. Metal's gonna get a great run. Can he get ahead going into T1? Moose's tires, you gotta last him another lap. He's in the biggest car, but I don't know. I might check the booty of the AMG to the booty of the Charger. It might be a bit more powerful there. Metal up the inside. Well played, Moose. Gonna have to hold on for dear life as we begin this final lap.
Well, yeah, I mean, passing the Hellcat is easy. Once you're caught up, you just wait for the
Oh, he almost took me out.
Break a beat. Oh, well, Metal straight. We've seen so many people caught out right there. If you can't get it woed up, it's really, really bad. Let's watch this.
I think he dips a toe. No, he doesn't. He's just late. He's just late, and oh, so lucky to miss BKG.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Well done. Well done.
And that allows Moose back by, even though with a penalty.
Yeah,
Kate Naranjo
almost
about
got
to
taken out.
lap Million. Putting on a clinic here. He's got fuel. He's got
Literally
tires.
forgot where
Better
it
than
was right there
half-second
for
penalty,
just
but a good
brief
gap
second.
to Nasty in the booty sweatmobile. But Nasty
I'm just
getting
cruising
hunted
now.
down by Ecstasy.
Just cruising
Ecstasy
into
looking to
a
maybe make a move
fifth
here
placer.
in the final turns. Nasty on the softs, and they are much more worn than the mediums. A bit of contact between the two teammates, and Ecstasy backs out of it, allowing Nasty to go. 2 M4s. Bad exit for Ecstasy. This will be on for Nasty as Kate Naranjo across the line. That'll be it for Millions
Good job,
as
guys.
well. Vetterdan gonna come away
job,
with
guys.
a solid P2, and Nasty with a 0.6 second lead of Ecstasy. They did it on purpose. They made
Almost
me
got a
say
penalty. That
Nasty and
would've sucked.
Ecstasy and Ecstasy and Nasty like a bunch of jerks as they go across the line.
Fifth
Very
place.
nicely done. BKG and P5.
Not too bad.
And well placed there, and then Metal with a
Could've been
1.5,
Could've been
unfortunate for
better.
him, but going to finish ahead of Moose, who did a good job with that Charger, I'd say, Cassie.
Hey, did what he could, coming in as a fast veteran driver, we couldn't expect any less, but it is awful car, as at least compared to these other ones.
Yeah, yes. It is, I have said it, and no offense to anyone who likes the Charger or has it. It is my least favorite car. The modern day Dodge. I disdain it more than the Pontiac Castle. Yeah, I won't say I won't take either, but I just hate the modern day Dodge Charger. I don't have nice things to say about the Duke either, but I mean, it has a hell of a lot of power, so there you go. Here we have it, and our producer remembers the replay like a boss. Happy we finished our race finish.
Feels like an earthquake. Grid lights holding their breath. I taste rubber. I smell death. Joker flags painted on the wall, but in this lobby we don't laugh at all. Viking King, start your engines. Jokers racing iron knives. Sim racers at the edge of heaven, pushing way past what we deserve. Lightning strikes on every corner. Feel the fury, feel the roar. Viking King gaming. No jokes
Appreciate you, Pop.
allowed in this war.
Unfortunate, that was the driver. That was really challenging Oak there at for the whole race until the disconnect happened. So unfortunate to see. Hopefully he can get it back together for the final race, because we do have one more race coming up. But man, that was awesome. I mean, we need to pick a driver of this race. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are, because compared to last, it's a little bit more difficult of a question.
Yeah. Do you remember where Vetterdan started?
It was outside the top 5. Yep, great choice. I can't disagree with you. I'm gonna leave the obvious one alone, and I'm gonna say Nasty,
Yeah,
the other
Vetterdan.
podium driver who had a big improvement from
Vetterdan
last
was legit.
race. Nasty had some struggles.
Alright,
Switched
we're gonna
over
go
to the
Hellcat.
M4, and honestly
go
was really
Hellcat.
challenging Vetterdan. Vetterdan being in the superior car. I mean, props to Nasty. There were mistakes by both drivers, lots of penalties, but really good driver.
Yeah, little bit more exciting.
Fingers crossed. Race 3. We got driver of the race poll in the chat. Please vote on that. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back for the final race. Remember, y'all, drivers cannot repeat their car. So we're going to see a crazy mix this next race, and I cannot wait to see it. So whip off to the Wiz Palace, and we'll be back in a
We go hanging now?
Cutting through the air, every nerve alive. The world's a blur of motion, only speed survives. Pressure in the veins, time is breaking down. Take the line that twists away, no turning back now.
What surprised you about this car was the great brakes.
Adrenaline, adrenaline, rushing in the bloodstream, can't contain. One chance, one line, overtake, redesign. Adrenaline, adrenaline, voices in the engine say, one chance, one line, cross the edge of time. Cross the edge of time.
Damn it.
Curves become a weapon,
Especially
brakes
because of gas.
become a dare. Gravity is pulling, but I'm already there. Slipstream in the shadow, breaking through the pack. The hidden road is waiting, no way to turn back. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Left, right, heartbeat, ignite. Adrenaline, adrenaline, voices in the engine say, one chance, one line, cross the edge of time.
See the spicy meatball.
Gotta burn it up, in the Joker series, burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout. No surrender, no fear, we're tearing up the ground. The Joker series, we're lost but never found. Burn it down, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave them begging for more.
Watch, this thing will hit like 160 something.
Down in the series, we burn it down.
Not on that pole. Actually, it's really good brakes. Very stable under braking.
Stealing sparks, we're dancing with the flame. Every corner's deadly, but we play the game. Joker's rules, no mercy, no disguise. See the hunger for the win in every driver's eyes. Wreckage in the rear view, ghosts on my tail. Push the throttle harder, I was born to fail. No brakes, no mistakes, just a rebel's heart. Joker series rips the world apart. Truth is I'm wired, adrenaline's my vice. Risk it all, roll the dice, pay the price. Fuel in my veins, fire in my chest. Joker's got me
tires.
hooked, no time for rest. Gotta burn it up in the Joker series.
pointless. But we love it.
Burn it down, burn it to the core, rev it up, leave 'em begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it down.
Killing me.
Crash and burn, spin out, lose control. Joker's laughing, it's a fight for my soul. Blood on the track, sweat in my eyes. Keep on racing till the day that I die. Faster, harder, break the line. Steal the crown, it's do or die time. Joker's chaos is the only way. Live for the race, no tomorrow to die.
Alright, that's 2 laps, and I'm almost halfway down my tires. I don't even think you can run soft.
Burn it down. Push the limit, hear the crowd scream and shout.
So you're
No
really
surrender,
going
no
crazy.
fear, we're tearing up the ground. In the Joker series, we're lost but never
I don't know how.
found. Burn it down, burn it to the core. Rev it up, leave 'em begging for more. Joker's calling, feel the rush, no doubt. In the series, we burn it.
Does he have to run mediums?
And we are back for our third and final race of tonight's Joker series.
There's nothing
We've had
fast
2
about this
excellent
car.
races. The last race, very, very nice. Tati, any thoughts and reflections on that last race?
Just drivers getting better, getting bolder. I'm hoping that a lot of drivers who've been here since Lobby 1 stay for Lobby 3 because I want to see more of that.
Indeed, indeed. And it
It's
looks
3
like we're
laps.
going to get that for sure as we close out our driver of the race poll. And look at that. Better Dan, 63% driver of the race for race 2 goes to Better Dan, followed by Oak and Nasty. Well done to Better Dan, having a very solid race.
I mean, it's gonna be gone.
As we know, these drivers have to change up the cars. But before we get into all that, I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to thank our sponsors and tell you the race details. So let's take a big thanks to our sponsors.
Makers of the ultimate sim racing shoes and
I think
custom
I'm
apparel
less
designed for sim racing
than
by
50%.
sim
It's
racers.
gotta be right
40
there.
sim racing shoes are custom engineered to connect racers to the pedal in a way that no other racing shoe can, and still provide all the comfort needed for those double and triple stints.
Start off on
Visit
mediums, go as long as I
40racewear.com
can.
and check out the original racing gloves for your feet. I'm getting better at that.
Mm-hmm. Feet hands.
Oh, yeah.
And we here are back at Grand Valley Highway 1. This is race 3 for the evening, the final
look at that.
race. And these drivers have 14
That's
laps
bad.
with 1 Joker lap.
Really bad.
That Joker taking place at the T1 hairpin, going deep and cutting back in a very cute angle. Tire wear is at 3X. Racing mediums are required,
Jeez.
but all racing tires
It's gonna
are
be
available.
really.
Fuel burn is
bad.
at 3x and refuel rate is 2
Like, really
liters per second. Damage is set to light, and the cars are these 4 safety cars. We have the Mercedes AMG, the BMW, the Dodge, and the Nissan. I was thinking we were never going to see the Nissan tonight, but I can already have a sneak peek in the lobby and see that we are going to get some GTR action here. This is going to be a fun one. We've seen the strategies play out. Definitely going to have to be a pit
I
stop
think I'm gonna jump into
due
the
to fuel
GTR.
and tire wear. It's just a matter of, do drivers do a medium, a medium soft, or a medium hard? We've seen it all, and it depends on the car, which goes back to our keys to the races, just understanding these cars. And
Yeah.
just for
The
watching,
Nissan?
it's been interesting. And big
Yeah,
thanks
but everybody's
to
in a
Fernando.
Nissan or an M4.
Fernando,
It's not going to be
you
competitive.
are
Like
a
the
very
Hemi's just
kind
not going to be
person, is what
competitive.
I've gotten to know over the years. Thank you so much for your, I believe it was 4 months
to
of
start off on
membership,
mediums.
plus your 5 gifted memberships to Sal's channel. Thank you
So we'll
very
start
much.
on mediums,
you are
I
too kind,
guess.
sir. And I'm glad you're having fun. I know Fernando really just enjoys these nights of lobbies with everybody. Really cool to see the community
Gosh, should
come
we start on
together,
mediums or do we start
and
on
see these
hard, on
drivers go.
softs?
So I'm looking here at the driver lineup. No new drivers,
Okay.
but we got a good 8 here with Shaggy, Oak, VKG,
I don't
Better
know.
Dan,
I don't know.
SC, Fernando, Metal, and Million. Good to see Million out here.
Definitely not gonna be the
out.
only guy in the Charger, though.
It
Sorry.
seems like they're having a good
It's
time,
just
right?
that car is
That's what I like
absolutely
to see,
ridiculous.
Right? Like, it's open lobby. You don't have to win. Don't quit. Just race. Just enjoy it. Get better and better. I mean, that's the joy in this game. For
All right.
those of us who've been playing for years, been playing online for years.
I need as much time as I can with
most of
this
the time we
thing.
spend together is
So I'm gonna
not
get
like
out there.
serious racing. It is just milling about, short sprint races. You know, messing around.
Just having fun.
Yep.
Just having fun. I love it, and that's the great thing. And that was something I was super
I am in
late
motion.
to in Gran
Mediums?
Turismo.
Start
It
mediums?
wasn't until the NRL that I really understood
need
that
to
there
figure
was more
out-
than dailies.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm thinking.
I was very late.
I think
and
I
then
can get 6
getting,
laps in the GTI on
immersed into it.
softs.
It's
So
been
at least
it's been
8 in the
really cool
medium.
now to the point where I haven't done a daily in 3 weeks.
Nice.
But I have a working PlayStation, so I know our situations are different.
I didn't make any
Fair.
fancy.
I haven't done
livery for this one.
consistently in years, actually. I used to do them all the time, especially when I streamed all the time. But yeah, I found more love with just league racing and open lobbies, like that kind of format. I love a
Oh,
good 5
brakes.
race. I just do. It's just a dogfight the whole time.
That
Just
Charger's
get at
so
it,
good
you
on
know?
brakes. This thing is not.
But I do kind of want to get back to the dailies. That's its own kind of fun as well.
It is, especially when you get the like. I've met some of my favorite people in the community. I've met only because we were in the dailies together. We would have never met any other way. But it's that daily we were both good at, and we were on 24/7,
Right.
and just
Grinding it
always
out.
wheel to wheel
Fix that
battle,
wide
and it
turn
didn't
one.
matter what happened. Like you were just happy.
Yes.
It takes the
awesome.
wider
I
turns
missed
really
that.
well.
Right.
It's some
Like,
of the
it
good stuff.
hangs-
And you get
it's got
that
a
in
good
lobbies too.
balance
You
to it.
find your group in lobbies. Like I found
makes
a
any
really
sense.
great group of people who are outside of really the league racing community. They don't really participate in the leagues. They just do lobbies with friends, and it's been really cool. But it's always a great way to get together. And if you're sick of the dailies, either
All right,
create your
let's
own
see if I
lobby
can-
or
See if I
you
can
know,
push.
just look at some, see what's going on out there. You can check out pinned in the chat, papashouseofgame.com. We'll have the Joker series and
almost
the
got
PhD
a
World
penalty.
Series as these drivers are getting on their flying laps. Now, Millions hasn't
some
had the
speed.
best go at it, but that was a really nice turn 1 in the M4. He does have Better Dan applying the pressure. I believe Better Dan is in that, yes, the Nissan GTR. Understeers like crazy as, Millions carries too much speed, allowing Better Dan through. Better Dan clearly pushing Millions beyond their limits there. What did you say?
I think so, and I'm trying to, I don't think I've ever been able to see the incidents there and where they start. I'm trying to understand what's happening. Are they braking too late, or is it that the braking kind of locks them into too straight a line, and then I don't know, they just don't seem to be like able to get it woed up enough to make that turn,
Yep.
and they're not turning, like they're just locked into this straight trajectory.
Yeah,
Trying
and
to
that
figure out what's doing it.
that brings up a great point. So this goes into the daily. Says, you can see Oak coming into all kinds of traffic as drivers have penalties. Oak just wanting to get through. Please don't hold me up. But Fernando doesn't
My
have to
birthday.
give up the position. This is live qualifying, and Slipstream is turned off during qualifying, so there is no dirty air. Not that these cars really rely on downforce, and now we see Fernando get out of the way. But
No
if
stones?
Millions has only done
Thank
dailies,
God.
he's used to Group 3 and Group 4 cars. He's used to being able to brake really, really late. And your braking points on this track specifically, because this is a track that you got to be on it when it comes to braking, because you don't want to be turning the wheel when
Come
you
on,
brake.
dang it.
He's just not getting it slowed down enough, and
Look at the
and back end
tires.
just carrying too much speed, too
Have to
much
go like
momentum.
mediums.
Like you alluded to earlier, there's too much energy in the car altogether, and causing the car just to over rotate and have issues.
I mean, that
Shaggy
tire's
Duke, it's the
gone
first
after
time of
2
a
laps.
156.2. We see that taken away by Oak with the 155.3. BKG not far behind with a 155.379. Very nicely done. So the GTRs in the 155s. I was thinking that I liked the GTR because it was easy to drive, but perhaps these drivers are also showing that it's fast too.
Well, easy to do. Yikes. Easy to drive often translates to fast. Not every time, but in some cases it does. And this seems to be one of them. And easy to drive is very important here. You made such a good point about like somebody who's used to driving the race cars with way more grip and way tighter suspension.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go
Trying
medium
brake late.
mediums.
And that is not what you want
I'll
to do
just
on
do
street cars. You really want to come to the brakes
7
early
laps
and
medium, 7
incredibly
laps.
gradually, and trust the car will slow down. It will. It may feel like it's going too fast at first, and you want to the reflex is to slam on the brakes, right? Which just makes it worse. Just trust that it will slow down in time. To be as smooth as possible.
Be right back.
And with some of these braking points being in the middle of a turn, like you said, you gotta try to straighten that car out. You can't have the wheel at any angle unless you are incredibly tender with the brakes. What just happened there? Explain that, TKs.
I absolutely missed it. I absolutely missed it. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. There was no wall, and then there was wall, and so it was found. Let's see. Yeah, we were going straight. We were good. There was no wall. Then there was wall. So wall appeared where wall was not once at.
I can.
That is my official analysis of what just happened.
As a student of PD Academy, I can tell you that everything is fine and you don't need to worry. Just trust that Kaz has a plan.
There's a plan. There is a plan. Usually it's that you hold the wheel straight and go straight on a straight, right? However, one may experiment with that, and so far Kaz has not figured out how to stop walls from appearing when you don't go straight on straight.
No, we had it Tuesday night. We were doing the Daytona road course, and the pit exit invisible wall caught so many drivers out because the cars were a little out of control as Metal comes across the line, finishing out our qualifying. Very nicely done. But yeah, the invisible wall. I'm not a computer man. I'm not a coder, but I know that that's not how the world works.
Well, I think there's only so much you can do with a hitbox, right? You program it the best you can, and it doesn't always match up with the visuals. But one day.
All right, so let's see. We got
so
second.
we look here. No surprise, K Naranjo and the GTR with a 155.336. Not far at all. Also in the GTR, just behind him is BKG with a 155.379. And we have a bit of a gap with PhD Shaggy Doo, who opted to run the M4 safety car again because he was disconnected. So that tells me that it is allowed. I saw. Sorry, I should have said that. It was confirmed.
I think he preferred
in
the
lobby
M4.
that was okay and within the rules. But it tells me that Shaggy feels really comfortable with this car. I think being an automatic and on controller, this is the car for him. I'm excited to see what he does. Then we have PhD Better Dan P4 in the GTR.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to definitely make Friday Fun Factory tomorrow,
Fernando
and
B
then we're
in the
gonna pack
Mercedes
up.
AMG.
Then we're gonna go fishing.
Man, all the rhymes. With a 156.5.
Hopefully go fishing overnight. I'd like to be overnight.
156.7. Then we have Metal in the GTR.
And then come back Saturday before it gets hot. Enjoy Saturday at home. Maybe go on a ride with my lady.
With a
and then Sunday really just relax and enjoy my birthday, because I'll be working on my birthday unfortunately, which is Tuesday. So I don't know. I'll do I think Friday we'll do my birthday stream.
It's the least bright lights
then,
I see in the chat.
That Friday morning.
Shaggy
so it's what, tomorrow morning?
The M4 has the least
so
bright
tomorrow
lights,
morning
and
we'll
we
do a birthday
know that
stream.
He does He does suffer from
with Greasy and the Fun
migraines
Factory and stuff.
headaches and stuff, and so
Just
I can
host some
understand
lobbies,
why
hang out.
going with
And then
those lights is
yeah, we'll call that a
is
week.
the way to go. Just not having to deal with all that nonsense.
Definitely not like
going on.
You know, again, I stream because I love
now
to
it's
stream.
time for
like
the
all
drivers
this
to check
stuff
their tires.
is in my
what
house
do you think about
because I
this
love it.
qualifying
Because
position?
I really enjoy this. So I'm not streaming because I have to stream or because there's a schedule.
Like
I'm
as
not
far as
putting
how
a
the race is
schedule
going to
out.
play out.
Sorry if anybody thinks I don't work hard enough at this. I just enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to folks. Episode 30 is going to be a banger for Behind the Wheel. Super excited.
In this race, we've seen that one weird corner that keeps catching everybody out play a huge part in this race. It happens to be a spot where you'll easily lose 2 or 3 positions if anyone's driving relatively close behind you.
So 7, yeah, that car definitely can't do the
tenacity,
softs.
Right? Just you don't know who's gonna stick with you.
Wasn't my
You made
quickest
a
time.
move,
Like my
but they don't
quickest
let you
time was with
go,
the
and
AMG. I thought I was gonna do a
somebody
lot
will
better
win
with the
that
AMG, but
several corner
I
battle.
shouldn't have used the AMG for. I should have done
we
the
saw that
M4
really with
AMG
Nasty and Vetterdan in that
GTR.
last race. It was like they just couldn't
Let go.
But
keep
I
it
can't
together.
complain.
Yeah, everybody
Third,
had
fifth.
to put
Try to
one
get on
up the
podium
other,
here
and that
with
caused
Naranjo.
mistakes.
Naranjo.
Good to see the GTR. So these are the only all-wheel drives. Everything else
Definitely
is
sports
FR,
Salamander,
front
sporting
engine, rear-wheel
4D.
drive. What is your preference? I mean, we're kind of doing a mix here between road cars and
Oh
race
yeah,
cars.
no,
but
I love the game.
when
Like I
it
said,
comes
I
to
hang
Group
out,
4,
but
are you more
you know,
rear-wheel
I'm usually
drive
hanging
or
out like with my
all-wheel drive?
kids
And then when
or.
it comes to race car or street cars,
But I do
you prefer
love like
rear
the game
or,
and the community.
all-wheel drive.
In Group 4, I prefer all-wheel drive. It's kind of the cheat code in Group 4. Some of those cars come out of the corners hard, right?
Yep.
See how this works.
Cars, you know, rear-wheel drive is so fun. But if I'm really racing all-wheel drive.
Like I said, I
also
don't
definitely
see like
helps.
numbers or nothing, so I don't know who's
but,
here.
I
But I
prefer
appreciate you guys for being
the
here.
weight balance.
And shout out to like I've been watching, man, a lot of folks, you know,
Yeah.
and I
It sounds like you're like me.
I feel like connected more
understeer
to
I
like
can get
those,
my hand around,
you know,
and
that I get that
I
chance
can-
to
I
sit
can
down and have it
do
behind
it,
the wheel. So it's really
but
cool to
when
see
I
all those
hop in
channels doing really
naturally,
well.
I prefer
It's crazy to
an
see channels that
oversteer
like
car.
disappear.
I would rather
you know?
the back end.
I'm not
step
gonna
out
be
than
one of
push
those,
forward.
you know, just like disappear on us. I like this too
Okay,
much.
good.
I really
we can
do.
be on the same page as that.
And I have like
looks
long
like the
goals.
drivers are
Like I have a
getting to the
5-year
grid
plan
here.
for sim racing.
Oh, gonna lead it off. I wonder if he will.
I'm not in too much of a rush or too hard on myself for not being all that good right
that
now.
lead in the GTR.
Because I know it's coming. The way that I study,
honking the horns. The red lights are on. Grid start, false start, check. Here we go. Oh, and a little bit of movement from VKG. We saw that from P2, but there was contact. Oh, contact. That's causing all kinds of chaos further back. As you can see, the red lights of the Dodge Charger. The blue lights are the GTR. Yellow lights are the AMG, and the Christmas lights are the M4. So a good way we figured it out. As you see, squirrely business going on further back, but Oak able to carry it on ahead. Everybody looking to be pointed in the right direction. Ecstasy being very aggressive there, feeling the understeer. He's now going to have the inside. BKG, on the outside, he gets onto the dirt, and that's going to allow 3 drivers ahead. That allows Ecstasy, Fernando, and Shaggy, but no, BKG's going to fight back against... Oh, he's not able to, and there we go. Payne Naranjo with the lead, Ecstasy with the pin. What did you think about that start?
I mean, chaotic for sure.
Come on,
with
dude.
BKG getting the false start there. Unfortunately, we saw Metal do the same exact thing in between the last race. It's crazy. But obviously, as you said, that caused some chaos behind. There was contact there. We've already got penalties on track. We've already seen some people go out wide, get in the dust. I'm not surprised. It's the last race. It's like go time. Let's do it.
Last race, go time. All drivers on the mediums except for Millions bringing up the rear. And you can see the moves getting put on their VKG. Better than Shaggy Doo in the wall. Not sure what happened to Shaggy Doo, currently in P5.
Took out Shaggy.
And that was crazy.
I took out
SEC with the
Shaggy
half-second penalty. See what happens here. You can see coming down the hill, SEC on VKG. Up the inside, Does he get it slowed down? BKG runs wide. You can see there.
Yeah,
That's
get
where
this
SC
recording.
got the pin. Fernando B gets through. Shaggy Duke alongside in the background. Very tight racing. And looks like it's going to continue on as we go into turn 1 on lap 2. SSC with that half-second penalty, followed by Metal. We got Millions up the inside as Fernando B
It's gonna
either with
piss
that
Shaggy
1.5
off.
second penalty or he took the Joker lap. I believe he must have taken the Joker lap. Let's look at this, Tati. What do you see here?
Well, he's gonna get a little bit of contact going down the straight, which messes up his braking. He hits the wall. It's not the Joker. It was getting put off balance at the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time. Oh, that sucks.
Dang.
Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. And the battle is back on as VKG has fallen down to last place. Wonder if he ended up doing a Joker himself. My mind is all scrambled with all these flashing lights to remember who was in what position before that replay. However, this is the most chaotic
Dang
start
it.
we've had all night.
Yep, so far. Yeah, we're only on lap 2, mind you. Look at all that yellow. Look at all of these penalties that are all going to be served either here or maybe on the next lap. I don't think anyone picked one up late yet.
Metal, the only driver without a penalty so far.
Dang it, man.
So that's going to move Metal up to, well, if he can get the move done around the outside. Oh, Vetterdan going deep, feeling that understeer. Metal hanging on, Vetterdan backing out. That's going to allow Shaggy Dude into the picture as they come out of, maybe, is that the most crucial corner? Oh no, Vetterdan loses it. It is the most crucial corner.
Oh
He just
my
proved
God.
it there. Oh my goodness, watch out. No ghosting, no ghosting. Oh, more contact. Oh, VKG. Oh.
Better Dan and Shirley for BKG. Was that who just got collected there?
Yep, here it is. And you can see, oh, Shaggy into Vetterdan. Vetterdan, he just wants to get back going. And, oh, it looked a little glitchy there as well.
Yeah, and a bit of an unsafe rejoin. I'm not sure if Shaggy got into him. I think it was already happening.
Yeah.
By the time we started this thing. And then just the rejoin, going in reverse right there. I
Might as well
get
get
it.
that
You
over
want to get
with.
it back on track as quickly as possible. But, you got to
Come
let
on,
the other cars
man.
pass. You didn't have to ruin those guys' race. They had nothing to do with the incident, right?
And I can say that Vetterdan said sorry in the game chat. He understands. Metal, however, applying the pressure further back as we see SSC P2, Shaggy and P3 just behind him. Metal doing a good job on those
Sucks.
racing mediums, taking advantage of the chaos that happened. He was able to get through with no penalties on that last lap. So we've seen a lot from Metal tonight in a car that is hard to control and putting it up on the front row and then going deep. And I'm going to stop talking about Metal because I've heard a thing called the commentator's curse, Tati.
I'm pretty sure we did that to him in the last race as well, possibly in the first, but I know in the last race we were like, oh, Metal's doing it, okay, you're bad. Switch camera.
If you don't want to get cursed, then don't do a good job.
Sucks.
That's what I
Right.
say.
Exactly. Just be bad, and it can't get worse. Don't impress us. That's a terrible idea.
So kind of crazy that this has caused everything to get really spread out. But back in P5, Fernando B picking up a 1.5 second penalty, allowing 6 million to get within touch. But we'll see what happens because they got a whole lap before Fernando serves that penalty. What do you think about the penalty line here? Is it good, bad, just okay?
It's pretty devastating, right? It's a really long straight across that bridge, and you just kind of get your wings clipped. Getting a penalty there. Ooh, it was a nice, like, little wastegate flip. It was nice. Anyway, you get your wings clipped a little bit. You are entering somewhat of a braking zone, and that can help you defend, right? If you take the penalty and somebody's driving around you and they were kind of far back to begin with, but it's in a pretty bad spot.
Yeah, it is. It could be in a worse spot, could be in a better spot, but it's not in a great spot. And I can tell you, I mean, we look at Millions tires. He's on the softs. He's the only driver on the softs. They're not looking great, but neither are these GTR drivers, minus VKG and Betterdan seem to be doing just fine. But the drivers up front are starting to put quite a bit of wear. Oak is at 50% on his front left, and SSC is about the same with him. So these drivers up front pushing, drivers further back seeming to do okay. Fernando B being one of those drivers in the AMG tires are looking great, but VKG might have the best. He's in P5. He might have the best tires of the GTR medium tire runners, but he's got drivers all around him. Gonna make it hard to conserve that.
Come on.
What do you do here? Do you push or do you conserve?
I think you conserve. They're kind of they got to get through each other before they can get to you, right? So there's no need to overextend yourself.
Come on, baby.
You know, maybe get enough distance so you're not embroiled in a battle
Dude.
with them. But
I got no time.
Slow each other down. And don't try to do too much trying to get away from them.
Yeah, I agree 100% because Fernando did serve that penalty, but still ahead of Millions. Fernando's tires look good, but VKG, I mean, still almost a second ahead. Gonna allow for some good driving, and Betterdan further back. Also, tires not as bad, but VKG clearly nursing those tires. I wonder if that has to do with his motion rig. He's got those 4 degrees of freedom working with him, allowing him to really get a feel for the camber here. I've watched him stream it. I've watched him demo it. If you haven't checked out Viking King Gaming, please do. Great guy. We share the same first name, so he's cool. So we were born in the late 80s. And
shout out to TK.
he is doing a great job on those tires. I can't say anything more about that.
Yeah, I haven't checked out Viking King's stream, but you have told me to check it out while he's racing. I'll have to find him and do that. Motion rigs are so cool. Like one.
Come on.
My rig is motion rig ready. Will I ever upgrade it? Let's see. Yeah, I got it. It's a track racer rig that I've been
Oh, okay, right on.
They're awesome. Yeah. It took me a while to decide to spend the money on them, but I did a few years ago. I love this thing.
And just like you pulled the trigger on your rig there, we see
Am I going
Oak
in the
pulling the
pits
trigger
now?
on the pit stop. It's going to be the first pit runner on the end of lap 5, start
Go
to lap
one more.
6, allowing SSC ahead. Oak had the worst tire wear, and this is what I was afraid of. These drivers in the GTR, the front tire is going to wear a lot more than when they were in those other cars. So if they didn't practice, someone who I know for a fact practice, VKG, they're going to struggle, and it's starting to show. I think VKG might be onto something here.
Well, maybe. I mean, VKG's done all 3 races as well, so done as much learning about this race as anybody, and they're in what seems to be the strongest car. So many drivers left this one for last, and I think if we ran down the order, it's probably a GTR like sweep almost right now, right?
It's getting close to that. We have Shaggy disrupting the order as Shaggy does in the M4, but other than that, you are correct. Have you gotten a chance to try a motion rig?
Yes, once, but it was like one of those like Andretti centers, but it wasn't Andretti. But
Sure.
It was,
Motion's
Yeah.
amazing.
And you don't really get to tailor it to you or really calibrate it very well.
Right.
You kind of just get what you get, and it didn't feel like it was very well calibrated to what was actually happening on track. It actually made it harder to drive.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Metal with
Who's
a
that?
nice excursion there.
Oh, I was
Not
catching
sure where
anybody.
he was going, but it wasn't on track, that's for sure. And you can
Little spot on the
see
beach.
that's allowed VKG. He's eyeing himself a podium now.
I mean, look. I mean, I don't know if he owes a Joker lap yet. I mean, we're only 6 laps in, almost halfway through.
Yeah.
But currently on track, he's looking in great shape.
See, SSC
No,
going
Joker
in the
lap's
pit,
done.
struggling on those mediums. We're not halfway done, y'all. You're going to have to come out on the hards. I'm going to take a look Oak came out on the mediums. I'm surprised he couldn't make the mediums last half the race. Is he expecting to make them last again, or is he going to go into the pits? Shaggy Doo in the lead by 8 seconds with a half-second penalty. Metal just behind, still needing to pit. Tires not looking great. BKG, definitely tires looking great. He's okay on fuel, and we see Metal taking the Joker lap. Smart move by Metal, holding on to P3 there, allowing BKG up to P2. Vetterdan now into the Joker as well. SSC in the pits. Vetterdan will not lose the position.
Yeah, that Joker lap
Come
is
on.
so awkward, and this is only my third Joker series, and I feel like this may be the one that flows the least. I think my first one was at Catalunya. Second one was the actual Rallycross layout.
Not pushing hard
Yeah,
enough.
this one's a bit awkward. It's a bit awkward.
Yeah, definitely weird. You know, Salad said something earlier in the race, or earlier in the broadcast, that gave me an idea. He was reading, he was telling the people, you know, how Joker Series works with this, and he said, yep, and the drivers, you know, they know that they have to take a Joker lap, and I'm like, huh.
I don't know if I'm catching him.
What if you think
I am
Joker
catching
Series
him.
works? They don't know which of the little, like,
Shaggy's up there.
off-road chicane whatever's is the Joker they need to take, right? But they need to take the right one, right? And
They have to
that
guess.
is part of the challenge. Either you take all of them and hope you're fast enough, or you hope that, like,
The one you picked.
yes, you
I am
pick one,
catching
or maybe you
Shaggy.
just pick, like, half of them, and you're like, hopefully I'm at the right half. And
Well,
Sal will
well-
tell you at the end of the race, that was the right one.
wild.
Points count, your finish count. Just
That was like when you and your sibling would play a game and you had to guess, and then you'd guess and they'd say no, even though you guessed right. They just didn't
Right.
want you to win.
All right.
No, but thankfully Sal
I
is
need
not an
7
evil older
laps.
brother, and he
Hey, I didn't realize
puts
I was
all the
catching
rules
Shaggy.
clear on the website, papashouseofgame.gg, and everyone knows where they're supposed to go. But I like your idea. Fernando now taking the lead as Shaggy, BKG, and Metal, PHE, Vetterdan in the pit. So BKG's really going to finish this race on really nice tires.
All
As
right,
Fernando
7 laps.
does his Joker lap, nicely done, a hip hop and a skip over the cone.
We'll go
and he's
7.2.
on his way in the lead, still needing to pit. Oak, the first pitter, doing a better job on his tires, but he's still got a ways to go.
Look, Oak, I don't even want to talk about this guy. He
I
literally
think they got
jumped
out
in
pretty quick.
and just basically
Is
bullied
that
everyone
Shaggy?
out of his way, but then was too fast for them to catch him. With the exception of Shaggy, who was giving him a run for his money, but I think that M4 is just a little too big around here. We see Shaggy sitting in fourth and not really able to challenge Oak that I've seen.
Indeed, and we got a little strap battle here between Metal, Millions, and VKG based on when they pit. Millions pitting much earlier, VKG barely keeping it on track in the limits, and Metal just coming out just behind Millions, but Millions picking up that half-second penalty shouldn't be hard for Metal to dispatch him come the penalty line, but he may want to do it sooner, knowing that VKG is just behind him, and any time spent battling. And sure enough, Metal being bold, he's trying to go up the inside, which becomes the outside. That allows VKG to poke his nose in. No, VKG unable to do it. They got a couple more turns before the penalty zone. They need to separate themselves, otherwise Metal is going to be under all kinds of threat of VKG. He's leaving the door open, but VKG unable to stick his nose in where it doesn't belong. But another penalty picked up by Millions. That's going to allow Metal through before the penalty line. Metal getting a better exit. Well done, making the best of a bad situation.
Oh yeah, that was sick. He did what he had to do. He saw that BKG was coming, and I think this is definitely a good example of a track where you really want to have somebody in between you and your enemy. He did what he could, but obviously, what's his name was going to serve a penalty anyway. Quick question: how the heck is Metal's car flashing yellow or red rather to match his livery, and everyone else's GTR is blue?
Sorcery.
Right?
I have no idea.
Because
I have
what part
no
of the livery
idea.
editor is this? Never seen
He-
this part of the livery editor.
He hacked it.
That's
He
crazy.
hacked it. We know who Metal is, though.
Do we?
As
I don't.
no Metal as far as on track because he's got
Oh.
the red car.
Oh, got it. I was like, are you
Not in
gonna
real
say
life.
some, like,
No.
is he Neo? Like, is he a famous hacker?
Is he? He is the chosen one.
Chosen one. No, that is insane. I literally was just like checking, and I'm like, why?
Yep.
Why are his lights red?
To make this a better battle, as we have the dark side versus the light side, the Jedi.
Oh my gosh.
Versus
you are
Sith.
so right.
Battling
It's
it out.
Darth Maul.
None of this green saber nonsense. We're talking blue on red, y'all. We're talking
Blue on red. Retina burning. Freaking. Whatchamacallit, Nolan. Not Nolan. What's the one who loves the lens flare? The director who loves lens flare. What is his
George
name?
Lucas.
Nah. Newer, younger.
There's so many of them.
There's so many of them, but like, you know, just full bright
Thought I got a
lightsaber
penalty
in
there.
Yes.
4K with excessive lens flare is what we're looking for here.
Who's the one that does the avatars?
That is James Cameron.
Cameron. He likes
Yep.
watches too.
He does. He
I like
does.
watches.
Might
And
be
you
a
know
penalty.
what? The director I'm thinking about is J.J. Abrams. who's
Oh,
loves the lens
Abrams,
close as
flare.
it
yeah.
could get.
Please and thank you.
Abrams loves the lens flare. I think I remember reading once that he just did it to like be funny because his wife told him that, you know, he used it too much, and he was like, I'm about to go overboard with it. And so we, as fans of movies, have been dealing with it forever. There's a battle going. You take it.
Well, no, I'm going to continue on what you're saying because you're 100% right. But better, Dan, taking advantage of Millions' mistakes, just carrying more speed. And this is that tunnel. You can technically take it flat out in the M4, but if you don't have the right line, you're just going to end up in the wall. And on the subject of Abrams, I've rewatched Lost every 5 years.
Nice.
Still
You know,
airtight.
I've
And there are
never
lots
rewatched
of
it.
lens flares in Lost.
I remember that was my introduction to J.J. Abrams and the flare. That and then what was the Alien movie? Anyway, he did some
yeah.
Alien movie. Yeah, I've never rewatched Lost.
Oh, you should. I don't get why people hate on it so much, but also I get it.
We hated the ending. You
I
know?
just loved it. I love the ending. I
Come
think it's
on.
great.
The movie was.
I think it's a
the show was
perfect
awesome.
show. Perfect show.
Yeah, I think it was great too. You know what I just realized about that last tunnel, which is just pure evil. The reason that it sucks so bad once you get on that wrong line is that I think it's off camber on the outside there. I think it's camber
is.
towards the wall. Oh,
These
that's
guys pitted.
terrible.
I know.
Yeah,
Shaggy
it's
pitted.
rude. It's
8
rude. That's why
seconds
all
ahead of
these
me.
drivers have been clipping the apex and then going into the wall because they don't want any part of that outside line. And Oak pushing it. It's so hard through the tunnel, especially in the GTR because of the understeer. So much weight up front. But this car, in my opinion, sounds the best because of the turbo. It has that good old cha.
It does. However, the AMG is the one that sounds the best. But yes, this one sounds great for the turbo. I just wish turbos didn't steal so much exhaust sound.
Yeah,
I
catching
love
Shaggy, though.
the burbles and the pops and the crackles of a naturally aspirated BMW inline six.
Oh yeah, well
Exhaust on
there's not much
The
better.
turbos stole that, and now the kids do pop tunes to get what we already had. We already had that. We didn't need a tune, my love. I'm
Metal
upset.
going for the GTR. I understand completely. Metal with the Joker lap taken care of in his red flashing GTR. I was pleased when I put my single exit exhaust on my Mazda, which is of course naturally aspirated. I get crackle and
Shaggy's getting
pops
away
with the
again.
downshift on its own,
Isn't
and
it
it made me
great?
really happy. Not all exhaust systems will do that, but mine ended up doing it, and I didn't even know it was going to.
You gotta love it. It's so good when you just find that perfect. Like most, no one thinks about a car sounding good off throttle, but when you have the right exhaust,
Nobody's got
and
a
the
pit.
right kind of like compression and all that, yes, off throttle can sound heavenly. Uh-oh.
Better Dan making moves, forcing the mistake from
Go ahead,
Fernando.
Manuel.
I didn't see if there was contact. I feel like it was just pure pressure. We're going to take a look at this again. You can see Vetterdan wanting to get by. Oh, and he clips it. He clips too much of the inside, unsettling the car, and that allows Vetterdan to get by. The pressure was too much for Fernando B. Vetterdan making a good run for it.
Man, yeah, and it's late in the race for that to happen too. We're 11 laps
catch
in,
that
or
dang
we're
M4,
working
man.
the 11th lap here. Rather, those big mistakes are hard to recover from when you don't have much time.
You really don't. And SSC picked up a half-second penalty, so his chances of catching the Oak are worsening. But he does have a great gap between him and Shaggy. Doesn't look like he has much to worry about staying on the podium in P2. But VKG now trying to hunt down Shaggy. But VKG's tires looking worse than Shaggy's. So his original plan, you know, making those tires work, he seems to be pushing it much harder in this second stint.
Yeah, I think on the mediums you can, right? And also there's nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Last race.
And he does. Yeah, I do think he might be in a better situation when it comes to fuel, so maybe a little less fuel saving. But Vetterdan now really wanting to get past Metal.
Look how beautiful that view is.
Stunning.
Very
Stunning.
If you have never been to California,
Jeez,
go
I'm losing
and
it.
make it a point to drive the Pacific Coast Highway because it does look exactly like it looks in the movies. Like in Hollywood, makes it look exotic and gorgeous. It looks exactly like that, and it's wild to drive on such a gorgeous road.
It really is. It really is. It is absolutely beautiful. I really love the northern part where California and Oregon come together.
Yes.
It just, I mean, that's where they filmed Star Wars. So that's where the Ewoks live, and it is absolutely gorgeous.
Yep. It's got some real good twisties in Northern California too. Like it's tight up that way.
Come on.
And less crowded, you know, like you can up in Northern California you can run that road and it's like no civilization, but then when you get down towards LA, it's beautiful,
crazy.
but like it's kind of residential, there's a restaurant here, you can't really hood it the way you want to.
Yep. Indeed. This part is absolutely stunning. The number of bridges and tunnels I've driven through that look like this. So much fun. Metal with that half-second penalty, putting some distance between himself and Vetterdan. Hopefully it's going to be enough, but no, look, Vetterdan getting a better exit, able to close in quite a bit. Let's see what happens as they come down the hill in the braking zone. Vetterdan really able to close the gap, but Metal, as Vetterdan hits the wall, I was going to say Metal getting the better line. I thought Vetterdan may have had it, but he pushed it a little too hard with that understeer. But Vetterdan has worse tires than Metal as he gets a bit squirrely down the hill. They both keep it pointed in the right direction. No penalties from that incident other than the one Metal got earlier on in the previous lap. Back on the throttle, and it looks like Metal's a bit defensive, but keeping it together. We're going to go through the technical bit. Let's take a look at Vetterdan's inputs here with those worn tires. He's on the throttle, back off of it, no brake input, full throttle. There's the brakes. And then, he almost goes into the back of him. Full second now from Metal, picking up more track limit penalties. This isn't helping him. And with only a lap and a half remaining,
Come on.
this is going to be in Vetterdan's favor. Even though his tires are more worn, he's going to get track position. What do you think Metal's chances are of gaining this position back on the final lap, Tati?
They're rough. I mean, maybe, these right-handers will really slow Vetterdan down because that front left looks terrible. I don't remember what Metal's tires look like right now, but he didn't lose too much. Again, the fact that Vetterdan has to go into a braking zone kind of helping him to not lose so much there. And he can be quick. He's got a little more meat on that left front, so he will be better in those right-handers, and
I don't know
that
if it's
is
enough.
the majority of this track is long sweeping right-handers, as evidenced by the fact that tire does get so worn. He's got a chance if he can get a better exit on like this corner, right? Because it is one of those long sweeping ones, might get him into the braking in the next turn, but he's running out of opportunities.
He really is, but he is going to have a pretty good tire advantage here. Vetterdan's tires being they're down to less than 25%. So Metal is looking better if he can just keep it together here, but that's quite the gap.
Come on.
That's quite the gap now between him and Better Dan. And oh, that's not gonna help him anymore. And we should stop talking about Metal.
We do it every time. We do it every time. Actually, we didn't start this one. We did not start this.
We didn't
started
start it
with the 0.5. So I'm not taking responsibility for this one. Let's not sign the ticket.
Indeed, and on the last lap, as you can see him going a bit into the wall, Oak's tires are wearing out, but fortunately for him, as long as he can keep it pointed in the right direction, thankfully this car is all-wheel drive and his rears have plenty of traction. He should be okay. Going through the tunnel might be a bit tricky. We may see a penalty, but I think he's got a good enough lead that he will secure his second victory of the evening. SSC just behind him, and then Shaggy Doo in the M4. So here we go through the tunnel. SSC through the tunnel as well. Looking good. Oh, and he's keeping it together, keeping it tight. And well played. A second victory for K Naranjo. Coming across the line. SSC, who's been putting on a fine performance this evening. Last two races being exceptional. Shaggy Doo in the M4. Doing it differently, the way the dude does it. And he is across the line in P3. Then we have BKG with a 1.5 second penalty, but he is clear of Better Dan. That means it's Better Dan across the line with P5. What a battle between him and Metal. Metal coming across the line in P6, leaving only Millions, who shout out to Million, sticking out, showing up for 3 races, looking like they're having a great time. We love to have you back. Welcome, my friend.
Yeah. Million Vertices, thanks for putting it on. We love that livery, of course. Kind of a new but traditional M livery situation.
GG's.
If you're a fan of the M cars, you know, that makes your heart beat a little bit faster when you see those colors.
Indeed. Gotta love them M cars.
You do. I haven't had the pleasure of owning one, but soon.
I got to drive a 2018 M4 6-speed from Gwinnett County to Lake Hartwell, and it was amazing. As we, it was beautiful. I would love to drive the older ones. So here we have it. Our final standings. Tati, take it away.
Oh, I get to read the final. Well, K Naranjo, aka Oak, with a win, second win of the night in the GTR. In second place, you've got PhD XD, who we've seen pretty consistently up top.
Second fastest
also
lap.
in the GTR. Shaggy Doo, third place with the M4. Way to come back from that disconnection. In fourth place, we're looking at PhD VKG Racing in the GTR safety car. Thanks for being here all night. In fifth place, PhD Vetter Dan, who has fought hard every time we have seen him, also in the GTR. And Metal in sixth, Metal Rock and Roll. You're going to have to teach us how to do the livery thing in the GTR safety car. In seventh place, Million Vertices, Bravo, also in the M4 GTR safety car rather. And then we lost Fernando, which I didn't even notice, unfortunately, but he was in the Mercedes AMG and he DNF'd.
There we have it. That very good. That was so different.
I did consistent.
Each race was completely different, which was weird. Like the first race
was definitely
just
consistent.
kind of a consistent.
Not mad.
What was happening was
Not
happening.
mad.
Second race, it was
But
popping off,
consistent.
especially in the mid pack, and then the third race, I mean, that looked like a real professional race with the number of penalties and cautions and cars going every which way. That's what real life racing looks like, y'all.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
6 hours of yellow.
Exactly. Like, man, what was
wild.
going on? That was some good stuff. We need to pick a driver of this race for our final race. Tati, I'll give it to you.
You know, I didn't give it to him the first time around. This time
I think
got to.
driver of the race.
Shaggy held it down, podium in the M4, which we figured was pretty
Shaggy
weak
did
around
hold
the
it
track.
down.
To do it in automatic with a controller on a high tire wear track was incredible.
Yeah, it was very impressive of Shaggy to hold off all those other GTR runners. I mean, VKG started in P2. Shaggy was able to get ahead of him. And he was in the GTR. I'm gonna have to go with Ecstasy. Not only did they have a great race last race, big improvement. This race they started
SSC did
P8
well.
and got up onto the podium. So I'm gonna go 2 for 2 on Ecstasy there. And then of course K Naranjo putting on a show. Well done to him as well.
Yep, bravo.
So we're gonna go to a little break,
I can't
and when
do
we
anything
come
for
back,
driver
we got
races.
a couple different newses
Doesn't
for
show
you,
me.
and we'll have Salamander back with us to present those newses. But we'll have the next Joker Series combo coming up, so don't go anywhere. Please vote in the chat. It's pinned there in the chat. Also,
What are you doing?
the Papa's House of Games website pinned in the chat.
What are you doing?
And we will see you shortly as we head
Jeez,
off to
you're a bear.
Wissingham Manor.
You're a bear. Shoo. Well, that was pretty good times. Pretty good times. I don't really know how the stream did. I was kind of focused on just racing. I wanted to do better. We did get a podium. We got, what, 2nd, 5th, and 4th. So, stayed in the top half of the pack. Shaggy and SSC Nastia, they're absolutely ridiculous. It's hard to race those guys. But I tried to prepare. I did. I practiced today. I bought the cars. I tried to figure out what strategy I wanted to do. I messed up the first race, which could have been my best race if I would have went out on mediums first, but had to finish the race on mediums, and was not the full intention. And I would have done, if I would have done it differently, when you do the Jokers, you got to remember you can't use the same car in a row. So I would have went M4 AMG GTR. I don't think the GTR was the best car, but it's crazy because in the race, it was fast. It felt faster. It felt really quick. Even with that last race, I got 2nd fastest lap. So not mad. Definitely not mad. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Let's see, let me decide what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Viking King, helmet gleaming. Yeah. Viking King, helmet gleaming, UK dreaming, roads be screaming. Coach fronty strategy on point, team be scheming. Chasing Hogston GTA, streets cold and rainy. Simrig steady, grip tighter than a Raven's feathery navy. Sim racing's war, no weak heart survive. Chasing down aliens, a machine to drive. Crawler in the state, smoking fast, they thrive. But the Viking King always keeps hope alive. Hogston's ghost in the fog can't maintain his lane. Fronty shouts be sharper than a sword to the brain. Crawler's torque in the USA, wide lanes insane. Viking grips the wheel, Thor's wrath in every vein. Sim racing's war, no weak hearts survive. Chasing down aliens, a machine to drive. Crawler in the state, smoking fast, they thrive. But the Viking King always keeps hope alive. Hope alive. Nordic blood in veins, God's glory in his roar. UK bends, US straights, racing gods implore. Tarmac's battlefield, every corner's lore. Viking King saga, he's destined to score. Aliens ahead, the glow of neon trails. Fronty's wisdom deep, strategy scales. The Nordic beast hunts, the gods prevail. Sim racing so tough, a relentless gale. A relentless gale. gods implore. Tarmac's battlefield, every corner's lore. Viking King saga, he's destined to score. Aliens ahead, the glow of neon trails. Fronty's wisdom.
Alrighty then. All right. Jeez. So, for sake of I'm just hanging out with Misa, I'm pretty sure I'll race. We'll probably both race. But I'm going to jump off. Appreciate y'all for hanging out for this event. I think I'll get some cool footage from it. I got some shorts. Got a little replay, so I'll check that out. Maybe get some clips. And we'll go from there. But thank you guys for hanging out, Blank. I know it wasn't like a big stream or wasn't announced or whatever. But again, man, do this because I love it. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Till next time, y'all. Peace.
Hear the roar, the Viking King prowls, steering the ship on asphalt howls. Circling the apex, tiles scream their tone. Cursed ghosts in my wake, I race alone. Papa's gotta do, I'm gripping it tight. Shadows chase me, but I own the night. Tracks greasy, glistening under the sky. Moto gone, photo snapped. I rise, I fly. Sim rigs hum, digital dreams combust. Virtual king.